Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. However you happen to be watching and or listening to this, I want to welcome you to the 200th episode of the Gaming Circle podcast. The podcast where, this week we are excited because we've been doing this for a while now. Keen-eyed viewers will note that I chose to use the I think that was the first, or maybe it's the second, I'm not sure, one of the two logos and entries that we used to use on this here podcast. But I thought it was apt for that 200th episode to remind you of how we used to do it. I'm, of course, your host, Mr. K. Asante, TKO Asante, on all the places we communicate. And I am joined, of course, this week and most weeks, thankfully, by the man that has made this show as great as it is, the man who I could not do this without. And for 200 episodes, my brother, Mr. Everborn Saga. What's going on, sir? Good morning. And why are you looking like Caucasian and weird this morning?
Whoa.
Look at you, man.
What are we talking about here? Look, we have an original action
there you go.
for the first time for the Everborn Saga. And I'd like to point out, Ariel is not Caucasian. He is
okay. I'm sorry. The lighting is off right now. The lighting is a little. He looks as the brightness of his skin tone is like his sword, the edge of his sword. So that might be off.
Yes. Well, we can get into this later, but we are going to start offering these on everbornsaga.com, where you can exclusively get characters as well as items from Everborn lore. So, and these will be made to order, so very custom. You can request characters and we'll have them made. So, I'm very interested to see what the people think of something like this. And again, these are like fully articulated, all that jazz. Yeah. I mean, they're prototypes, so don't judge us too much yet. But it's all here. So
fantastic.
Love to see what you guys think about stuff like this. They will be available on the Kickstarters as well as add-ons, but we're going to be offering them on the website. So very interested to see what everybody thinks about these.
So we showed up this morning and that's the first thing I was like, damn, the man has been busy. We have been out for a couple weeks, right?
That took 3 days to make, by the way.
Wow. Okay. So that is a thing. Hence the made to order. You guys are like Xbox. Anyway, we'll get into that one.
Oh man, just in time.
Anyway,
I mean, maybe we're putting an order for Foxconn for a few more million after people said we were dead. So we can get into that conversation later.
Let the shadow boxing begin. But all right, good morning, all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yes, thank you for all the well wishes. We've been doing this thing for
last thing I'll say. I'm sorry.
Please.
The next character that we'll be making the action figure for is Karma, if you're familiar with the Redlands series.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So I hope people will be excited about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, of course, will you speak to all the lore and the background of Karma and all that? Like, because I know there's some lore that maybe everybody knows. Yes. So,
yeah, we're working on book 2 as we speak. By the way, any fans of Prince of Arcadia out there? Because we are 2/3 of the way through the next hardcover book. It's going to be maybe, I don't know, 150 pages.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a big book. It's actually going to include 3 chapters this time. So if you're a fan of Prince of Arcadia, rest assured it is finally coming back.
So before we begin this thing, let's first and foremost level set. Thank you guys so much for being here. We've missed a couple weeks. There's been life things happening, obviously, right? So we may not have been here to chime in on the things you may have wanted us to chime in on. But you know what? If there's something that you want us to really talk about, please don't hesitate. Put the question in the chat. We'll get to as many of them as we can. This episode will be a little different. Obviously, it's a 200th episode. There's a bunch of folks that may want to come chat with us. It may just be us. It may be a bunch of folks. I'm not sure. We put the invite out there and let people decide what they want to do with it. We'll see what happens. What I want to do, though, Mr. Everborn Saga, on today's episode, and before I even talk about the proceedings, there will be some giveaways on today's episode. A few folks have reached out to me and said, hey, for your 200th episode, we want to help you celebrate. We want to, do some giveaways. Some of the giveaways, even as I understand it, Dr. Dryrub, who probably doesn't even know I'm going to do this right now, he's been throwing so many codes at us over the years that I have a bunch of codes that I think that still deserve to be like put together in a package. So on today's episode, if you are a handheld user, a Steam user, a Windows gamer, as it were, you have the opportunity to win the entire Devil May Cry collection, like the entire thing, from the beginning to the end, all DLCs, everything, like the whole situation. It's a big, huge, I think it's got like 4 or 5 codes to get all of it. But yes, we'll be giving that away as well. Also, some great friends over at we'll get into all the nitty gritties, but there's some game codes we'll be giving away for some new games that just came out that I think folks will be very interested in. So we'll get into that as well. But yes, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for being in the chat. We already see the repeat offenders, as I call them, already in the chat, already being lively. Thank you guys so much for continuing to rock with us and continue to be here. The Great Soil Tech was first. He's here. He says with a $5 super chat, congratulations to Kay Asante Everborn Saga and the GCP. Here's to 201 million subs. Yeah, we shall see. Please like, subscribe, magnifying glass, and share it out. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, and like I said, there will be people who jump in as they see fit. It's just
you're going to say there will be blood.
Well,
it's a very good movie, people. Daniel Day-Lewis.
We'll talk about that.
Paul Dano.
That's right.
Don't tell Quentin Tarantino about that, but we can have that conversation.
Let's not have the foot fetish conversation just yet. Anyway, because we are here and folks are going to jump in and come say hello. Our first, and actually probably the most apt, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think this show would be here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Boomstick Excel.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Boom?
It is really awesome to be here to celebrate your 200th episode. And I'm proud to have gotten the invite. And I don't think that's the case at all, that you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I don't think I've done that much, to be honest with you. You guys are the talent. So I don't think that's the case, but
I don't agree with you, but we'll agree to disagree on that one. Keep going.
Well, listen, it's good. I'm going to hang out with you guys for 10-15 minutes, kind of chop it up a bit. We're still putting Christmas together. As you can see, I'm using a virtual background. Someone thought it was real. I wish I had a house that big, but maybe one day. Where the tree is usually on display in the back. We're going to be doing that today. And Mrs. Boom has a secret theme this year that we're going to unveil for everybody. It is really dope. It's awesome. I cannot wait to show everybody what we're doing. But congratulations, gentlemen, on episode 200. It's a really big deal.
Yeah, we've been putting work in for a little bit now. As you can attest. How many episodes are you now? Forget about it. I don't know.
You know what's funny? Someone asked me that the other day, because you're celebrating your 200th. Dirt Griggity and the guys celebrated their 300th. Infinite Umbra celebrated the 100th episode. I honestly don't know, to be honest. We have 8 years worth of content that's available on the channel, so I really couldn't tell you. I know the first year or so was just videos, and then we jumped right into live streaming. We're probably at like episode 1,000 or something like that by now. It's got to be, with all the content that we do.
Yeah, I think it's more than that, man. Because I don't know how long you've been going 5 days a week, but like,
for a couple. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah,
it adds up. First of all, shout out to Hargeet.
Yes,
appreciate you, sir, and shout to Major.
Yeah. Let's see. Major's here. $10 super chat. He says, "Happy 200th episode, gents." I zoomed in on your stream, and them textures on your videos is blurry. Everyone, does Ariel have good genes? And Gajima.
I see all the subs in there. I appreciate
and of course,
that.
He has to end it by saying that Samus is better than the Chief.
Metroid Prime 4 is dope, though. I'm not going to front.
We're gonna talk about it. Wewe're gonna talk about it. We
kind of went out. I went all out on it. I got a controller. I got amiibo. I got the game. I went a little crazy.
So what you're saying is you have music in the desert.
I have music in the desert. That is correct. Okay. Yes, and I paid $30 for it.
So I also have music in the desert, but how I was able to accomplish my music in the desert is by connecting my Steam,
Be careful, Kay.
Switch 2 to a dock OBS here, so I can play Spotify at the same time.
Oh, okay, that's not that's it, sir. So
I am paying $30 for music in the desert.
Shout out to the one and only Corkenstein. I believe he gifted 5 memberships.
Yes. Let's go through that. Of course, thank you so much, Corkenstein. We actually have to have Corkenstein on the show. Great member of our community. Been a member for some time now. He himself runs like an awesome subreddit that I think most of you probably either frequent, you just don't know it. A lot of great stuff that he does. So I want to bring Corkenstein on the show one of these days. Thank you so much for being here.
You know what's funny? He talking about achievements at that subreddit. They just broke 1 million followers, bro. Like, wow.
Okay.
He's a silent legend in the background right there. That man's doing some things. Indeed, he is. Yes. Shout out to the great Infinite Umbra, who's also here with a $5 super chat. He says to 2 of my favorite brothers, congratulations on getting to 200 episodes. Here's to 200 more. Here's to 100 episodes for you, sir. You know, we was out there, we was topping it up a week ago or so. You know, it's hard out here in them streets. So when you achieve and you get to these levels, we have to stop for a moment and pat ourselves on the back. All that.
4 years we've been doing this thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
4 long years.
Absolutely.
Okay. What else? So we got Lucius. Wait, don't forget you got Big Bad Mo, right?
I'm gonna get to Big Bad Mo. Of course, Sith Lord, who's been a member for 19 months. Wow. Such support. We appreciate you. He says congratulations on 200 on episode 200. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for your continued support. Of course, Web Dave, great Web Dave. He's been a member. Thank you so much for being here, Web Dave. He says, here's to an amazing podcasting team. Congratulations on 200 episodes. Everborn and Keasante, keep up the real tech talk. We all understand. Yeah, we try. We're going to do a lot more. I think I want to talk to Everborn about doing more of that. I want to do more tech talk on this channel because I feel like sometimes that's a lot more fun.
Yes. It's more fun than flipping sides because the algorithm told you so. But again,
the algorithm
not
told
shadowboxing.
Yes. No, we're not. And then Big Mad Mo, he says, from Boom to the Iron Lords, Everborn on the reel, and finally GCP episode 200 is a huge accomplishment. Here's the 200 more. It's been a hell of a ride, bruh. I appreciate you, man. And you're always with us, man. He's been with us from the beginning on all them shows.
Has.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Also, I want to point out that Big Bad Mo from the beginning with this Everborn stuff has always been there.
He's been there.
He's one of the day ones, always supported what we're doing with the Everborn saga. Every time there's a Kickstarter, every time we got something new, he's out there with the merch and everything. So Big Bad Mo, from me to you, I appreciate you, sir.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Of course, the great Lucius Augustus, the band hammer, the hammer in our Discord. He's here with the super chat, and he says, Everborn, have you watched Pluribus?
Okay, so as you know, if you're in the Discord, this was my problem with Pluribus. It was so good. I told the missus about it, and then the kid caught wind of it, and so now we're all wanting to watch it together. The problem is having an hour or 2 hour period where both my wife and child are available to watch sit down is a very difficult task. So for all these weeks, we've only gotten through episode 1 and 2, and everyone has wanted to talk about it in the spoiler chat in the Discord. And I said, wait, hold on, because I haven't watched it yet. So it got so bad that I had to give the missus and the kiddo an ultimatum. I said, if we don't start this by Friday, I'm watching it by myself. So they were not available up until last night. And so I started episode 3, which is Grenade, I believe it's called. And I will be up to date by Monday by hook or crook.
So you did basically what I did, which is like, usually the mistake you make is bringing them in because you think it's fun. Now it slows you down. I was like, honey, you need to watch this, catch up.
This is the old saying at every tech company. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together.
Go together. That's right.
But yeah, so I episode 3, I started it last night. I'm like 75% of the way through it. I fell asleep, but episode 4 through 7 will be watched this weekend.
Okay.
Or not.
Right.
No, well, it'll be watched, but it's whether or not I have company or not, they will be watched. And someone said, "Oh, I'm going to watch it when they're sleeping." The thing is, now that I've given the ultimatum, I have my justification, right? This is like at work when you send out that email to cover your behind, and then you save the email because when things hit the fan, people will be like, "Nobody told me you were making this upgrade." Yes, I did. I told you 3 months ago, and I reminded you 2 months ago, and I gave a final warning a month ago. So yes, it will be watched, and now I can do it without shame because.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you should watch Pluribus. Also, no one should tell you what it's about. And finally, also join our Discord and talk about it, because we have a section where we just talk about Pluribus all day. Because man, it's worth a discussion. Join us where we discuss about these movies and these games and all these things that come out. You know where to find us. Anyway. So let me continue with the super chats, and then we'll get back to it. The great Floodzilla, the Linux representative from our Discord community, he says, "Congratulations on making it to 200 and allowing the Penguin to make over the fold, gentlemen. CEG out here, PCMR representing, son." Thank you, Fly. Appreciate you, bro. And then, of course, Six Slayer, he's here too. He says, with $2 super chat, he says, "I'll keep it simple. Congratulations on 200. Thank you, man. Appreciate you." Now, of course, Neo Mental's here because when Boomstick is here.
Why is he here? I would have locked him out.
His alter ego.
Sorry.
Neo Mental, Boomstick's actual brother is here. He gifted 10 subs. Thank you, bro. We appreciate you. I will always say I still need a brother show. I need a show with Boomstick and his brother. And all you could do is just talk games and talk smack all day. I would love.
It's funny. We talked about that. He's currently working. Hopefully, he has enough stock investment that he could retire. Yeah. And we will add that to the rotation, because not only will we fight live on the air, kind of like what you and everyone do, but we can talk about G.I. Joe, Transformers, comics, toys, models, games, you name it.
They have such a great repertoire. Every time I see you guys on the show, it's always great. So it's a rare pleasure to see Neo Mental on the air. But yes, shout out to the good Neo Mental. Now we have Parasite 82 Green 19, who's been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. He says, "Congrats on your 200th episode, guys." Thank you. I mean, without you guys, we're not able to continue. So the fact that we see new names, same names, people who just love the show, this is what literally keeps us going. So thank you guys so much. But Boom, I think honestly, I wanna take a page from your book, because I heard you talking about this week, and I kind of wanna discuss this moving forward, like with Everborn, and we're gonna break through all of the various things, and we'll talk about the news and stuff as well. But like for me, I always believe that on this show, and most of the folks that come on this show also are gamers of all stripes. We game on many platforms, many games specifically on Xbox, some game on PC. Many, but we game in all avenues. Actually, to that point, there will be some PS5 codes that are given away today as well. So
very nice.
There you go. We have some PS5 codes to give away. But yes, for you, sir, right? I wanted to have a conversation and ask you what you thought of what our year in 2025 has become. Like, there's been a lot of changes. Right? A lot of changes. If we had this exact conversation at the end of 2024, I think it was a different paradigm than now. Right. And I feel like a lot has changed beneath our feet. And are we worse or better for it? I suspect. Like, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts, sir?
I mean, that's a really good question. I really think the best way to look at 2025 is from actually a two-sided coin point of view. Right. Okay. So if you flip it to heads, one of the most glaring things, at least for me, because my glass, ladies and gentlemen, is always half full rather than, half empty. And I'm going to say that the games for us to play this year are on a level that this old man could A, not keep up with, and B, have never seen in nearly 50 years of gaming. I mean, again, I talk about it all the time. My first experience was the Atari 2600 in 78 when my pops brought it home as a surprise. And I've been gaming ever since. I've owned pretty much every console that has come out from 78 moving forward. I know it sounds insane, but yeah, I've been that kid that just worked, delivering papers and stuff just to be able to afford everything that I bought, and did a lot of trading when I was a kid. But this year in particular has been an insane year for gaming of every ilk. I think everybody has had a trouble. I don't think there is a gamer, even if you only look, let me just say this, even if you are only a particular gamer, you play on PlayStation, play on Xbox, you play on Nintendo, you play on Steam, whatever your flavor, there have been, and not just a lot of games, but a lot of really freaking fantastic life-stealing games. And again, it's been from every ilk: 2D hand-drawn, pixelated, 3D best artwork you've ever seen, best voice acted, best motion capture, you name it. It's just been an incredible year for gaming. If again, just from the heads side of 2025. Now, when you flip it over to tails, that's kind of when it gets a little crazy. I think we're talking about the glaring jump off the page situation. It's been the pricing. It's been the pricing of these consoles. Like I cannot remember a time, and again, this is from an old man's perspective. I cannot remember a time when we have gotten into the 5-year mark of a console and it's gone up in price, and not just gone up like $50. Like if you wanted to go out and buy the 2 terabyte Galaxy Xbox, the Series X, that joint is $800 before tax. Like that is insane. I paid $599, and I thought that was too much at the time, but I traded in my Launch X and I only had to pay $160 something on the back end because I got so much for the Series X because they're very limited. So besides having limited stock, especially on the Xbox side of things, everything has gone up. And again, I think that yes, it's been a great year for gaming, but from the business side of things, wow! Like I still can't wrap my head around these prices. And there's a rumor, because of all of the memory pricing increases, they may go up again. Like that to me is just insane. So that I mean, I hope I'm not long-winded. That's probably my best thought.
No, I appreciate it, man. We need to keep, and of course you are the representative of the gamer on this here stage. You're always keeping that pulse on the gamer on a daily basis. So this is definitely what I expect from you, right? Like, this is what affects people's wallets on a daily basis. This is like real as it can be. I would also argue that from a gaming perspective, there's been a lot of great things this year. But yeah, on the flip side of that coin, man, it's hard out there right now. Add to that the fact that back in the day, for a while now, most of us felt that like, oh, we had a grip on it, right? You knew the games you wanted to play, you knew what was coming out. Now there's just too many games, and the prices are becoming a little ridiculous, and sometimes you feel like you have no grasp on it anymore. Mr. Everborn Saga, sir, what are your thoughts on this? The year of our Lord 2025 in gaming. How are we feeling? I know you don't swim in the similar waters, so maybe you just like, I'm cool. How you feeling about how things have transpired? You're on mute, sir.
My bad. I'm going to argue that apart from me not having time for all these games, this might be the best year in gaming in recent history, right? So the thing is, what we are in 2025, what we are seeing win out is sort of open platforms and ecosystems. And I don't mean like win in terms of money. I just mean win in terms of the user, right? So if you enjoy the idea of playing on multiple devices, if you enjoy the idea of being able to choose your own hardware and build your own hardware, right? Those things and carrying along your saves are just becoming standardized and things like that.
Mhm.
And then tooling being available so that creators can go and make any kind of game you want to play. I'd say as a gamer, as a consumer, like we're in a fantastic time. Right now, if you are someone who is beholden to platform specifically, maybe you could say, well, I like the status quo and I don't like where things are going now. But like, even when you talked about pricing, right? If you keep if your only purview is AAA games from platform holders, then yeah, pricing sucks right now. Right. But there's so many avenues there's so many different games at different price points. What I'm going to argue is the best game that came out this year launched at $50. Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And maybe Expedition 33 is not your bag, but what about Oblivion? Also $50 game.
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
When we talk about Hollow Knight, one of the most anticipated games of the year, $30 game, right? This is before you get to the indies that are trying new game mechanics that gets us back to why we started playing games in the first place, because those you're spending $5 to $20 on these things for amazing experiences that are giving you new things that maybe these AAA games aren't giving you. So yes, the majors, the old guard, yes, they're raising prices and all these things. But again, like, look at what we got this year, right? We got finally the successor to the Switch, right? We got
we're gonna get into that too. Yes, we're gonna break into that as well.
We got this. We got this bad boy here. We got a host of other PC handhelds, right? We got the announcement for the Steam machine. So whether you are into hardware, whether you're into games, and I don't care what kind of game you're into, we are in a fantastic time, and I just cannot remember a time where you had so much variety, you had so many options to game in the way that you wanted to game. And if you're limiting yourself to looking at any one individual platform, maybe that's why you feel like you're getting raked over the coals. But no one can rake you over the coals when you got options. Right? If she's not treating you right, guess what? You got side pieces left and right. So she better act right.
This guy. Okay.
You know what I'm saying is true. So I have had a fantastic time with gaming this year, and I do not agree with anybody who says gaming is in a bad place. But that's just me. Glass half full.
So Boomstick, I have to ask you, right? Because like and like you said, like we've said time and time again, you tend to be the voice of the people. You keep your eye on the pulse, right? We'll do the hardware stuff first, and then we'll do the software stuff. And I know you are, people think Mr. Boomstick bleeds green. He does, but he also bleeds red because he's always on Nintendo platforms, like always on Nintendo platforms. Okay, like he bleeds redder than he bleeds green. First
of all, he bleeds blue too, because Boom is out here buying more of these PlayStation exclusives than PlayStation guys. But again, these are conversations for another day.
But this is why I want to bring this to Mr. Boomstick, right? From a hardware perspective, right? And we all break it apart any way we so choose. Some people use their box as dedicated to the platform, others use it as multiplayer, whatever it is. For you, and this may be a low ball question speaking to Mr. Boomstick, but for you, who succeeded in hardware this year? You have your Switch, you have your Switch 2, You have your PlayStation, you have your PS5. I know I don't think you purchased the PS5 Pro, but you've been using your PS5, right?
Yep.
And you obviously you've been dipping your toe in the waters. You were even able to jump into the waters of Lake Minnetonka this year. You got yourself an Xbox ROG Ally X. So you have a plethora of choice this year. For hardware, what was most successful for you this year?
So the ROG Ally, I got excited for it. I bought it. I didn't expect to use it as much as I do. Quite frankly, my brother, he made fun of me. He goes, "You're spending $1,000 for it to be a paperweight." And ultimately, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong because I'm home most of the time. So if I'm going to game on something, it's going to be on the TV. But I do find myself when Mrs. Boom and I are kind of just watching our K-dramas, and I pick it up and I play it, and I like using it from both sides. Where I use the controller where it's just sitting on its dock, like I do with the Switch and the Switch 2.
You got that Atari, right?
Yeah. I like the handheld mode. It just, what I didn't like about the original ROG is it just didn't feel right in my hands, right? But this is so contoured because it's literally like holding a Series X controller that it just fits perfectly and it works great. Now, granted, screen, I wish the screen was a little bit bigger, sure, and maybe they'll do that in a model next year or the year after. Hopefully they hear the feedback on it have to being at least an 8-inch pause OLED, which is something I think that they when Xbox comes out with their own, I hope whatever they find that are the fans are considered or considering shortcomings, so to speak, like not having an OLED. This thing is expensive, and I know that prices are crazy right now. We talked about that a little while ago, but it would have been really dope if it would have been an OLED for sure. And very similar to somewhat, the MSI Claw that you have. It has a nice 8 point something, I think 8.1, 8.2 screen.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yep.
So I
obviously switch to minimum 8-inch screen. Now a lot of
Boom. I'm gonna agree with you, but I think as we see with the Lenovo Legion Go, I think OLED will blow the budget, but they can definitely go 8 inches because the screen is very good. It just should be larger.
Yeah. Especially for my old man eyes, you know what I'm saying? So it's see, empty jar. That's great.
When you speak of handhelds, the handheld king emerges. It's fine.
So look, as awesome as being and having an Xbox or a portable Xbox on the go, I'm gonna have to tip my cap to the Nintendo Switch 2 for hardware for me personally, because it has been a banger of a year. I use the Switch 2 every day. Mrs. Boom got one for her birthday. She's finally a part of the Switch 2 club. She wasn't going to wait. We have the Animal Crossing update happening in January, which we're very excited for. But I use it every day. I play. I have a significant amount. Oh, see, there you go. That's nice. Oh, that case is very nice. You got to tell me what that case is. I like that. That's dope.
And it gives you some good ergonomics that you need on this thing too.
Yes.
So it's good. It's good. Yeah.
But for hardware wise, as amazing and incredible as it is to be able to take a Game Pass game that's play anywhere like Marvel's Cosmic Invasion and play it on the handheld, it's glorious. Yeah. But I'm gonna tip my cap to Nintendo for its Switch 2 release. And I know there's been a lot of controversy about the music in Metroid and how Metroid 4 looks as opposed to it. I saw someone actually put up Road Rash 2 next to it, and they said Road Rash 2 look better, and it really doesn't. But I see what they were trying to do. And so that's my for hardware. For software, I'm gonna have to tip my cap to this time it's gonna be Xbox, because Xbox delivered 13 first-party games, and Xbox Game Pass has been a value like nothing we've seen before. This year specifically, what's insane, and we're still in 2025. We are, 19 days away from Christmas. We're about 20 something days away from the end of the year. And we already know that in 2026, they have locked in 40 confirmed games for Xbox Game Pass, including all of their bangers. Like, that is just bonkers. So for hardware, I give the nod to Nintendo. For software, I give the nod to Xbox.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't think people really understand, just because there have been so many games, and it's hard to it feels like such a long year when it comes to game releases. But I just want to run through what we got from Xbox this year, and we'll just talk about first party. And obviously, we don't have to mention Game Pass, which included Hollow Knight, Expedition 33, Blueprints, and what's the other one? Cosmic Invasion, which just came out. Like, let's forget about the third party stuff, but first party perspective, right? They started the year with Ninja Gaiden Black 2, the remake. They shadow dropped that, right? Then they went immediately into Avowed in February, right? Then in I don't know if they had anything April, but in March they had South of Midnight. In May they had Doom: The Dark Ages. In June they had what'd they do in June? Was it Tony Hawk, right?
Yeah.
Or that may have been July, right? Then they went into Gears Reloaded. Then they did what's the name of this game? What was it? Outer Worlds. Oh, Oblivion remake they did, which was huge. That was April as well. But then we've got Outer Worlds. Then we've got obviously Call of Duty. We've got Keeper.
You got Doom: The Dark Ages. You have Grounded 2. You have Call of Duty that just released. I'll give it.
Gears Reloaded.
Yeah, here it is from start to finish.
We got all those. Grounded 2,
Yes.
2, and Ninja Gaiden 4. There's so many games, and
You lose
all
count.
of these, every one of these games scored like 80 and above.
Yep.
Every one of them. And remember, 80 is good again because Metroid Prime 4 got an 80, right?
Yes.
So that's great.
When was 80 not good?
when Xbox got 80s, then they were mid, but that doesn't count anymore. So 80 is good again. Now, like, this is unmatched by anybody right now. So
was South of Midnight in 2025? I feel like
it was. That's how many games came out this year.
Oh my God. Yeah,
that's how many games came out this year. So it's not even it's not even a conversation. Show me another publisher that has that track record this year. You can't.
That's a lot of games.
The closest one, and I can't tell you what year that had that many as many releases. I think it was Nintendo, and it had 12. Like, this has never been done before. Like, it's that big of a deal.
Now, you know what's crazier, Boom? Next year is going to be worse.
Yeah.
If they hit the marks they're supposed to hit.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, we are here and we're talking games. Episode 200. Thank you guys once again for being here. One of the first people that joined us on our show when we started the show was a good friend of mine. One of my best friends. I've known him for, I think, since I was 16, since the beard wasn't gray. We used to make music.
And then
together.
it turned gray at 17.
Oh, it turned gray at 17. It's never changed, right? I've moved on. We all moved on to do what we do. He's moved on to make many games that you would definitely know if he wants to pull out the resume on you. I'm talking about my brother, Mr. Mashano Loon, Marshy. What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
What up, man?
What's going on?
Thank you so much for being here, bro. Thank you for being here. What country are you in these days? Jet setter Trent. He is moving from country to country.
First of all, don't put the man business out. Look at this guy.
Check this man.
That is very nice of you, sir. Very, very nice.
Yeah,
Portugal?
Right now.
Barcelona.
Sun is setting here, guys. The sun is setting. I'll show you. I'll show you. In honor of the 200th episode, the sun is setting.
Look at this guy.
Love it.
Fantastic.
He's playing guitar.
Me.
People are enjoying this apparently.
Meanwhile, I just
Mhm.
had to buy
That's
a
right.
sweater or
A jacket?
a vest that is heated
Because it's cold as
'cause it's
hell.
so cold out here. You think I'm joking? Look at this. It
That's
lights
right,
up.
that's right.
For what
Oh,
I'm
man.
giving you.
You're always welcome to visit. You're always welcome to visit Everborn.
This is New York life.
This man.
Yo, boys, congratulations, man! And I see Mr. Boomstick Excels here.
Hello, sir.
Man, you guys are killing it, man. 200 episodes. I have to jump in real quick to say congrats. The consistency, the contribution to the culture is immeasurable. I'm so proud of you guys. And this is just the start. It really feels like it's just the start for you guys. It's just getting started. And the combo of Kay Asante and Everborn Saga is gold. We all love it. And all the guests that keep popping up in the chat. The chat's amazing. So proud of you guys. I'm so excited about the next 200.
Oh, boy. Sounds
Hey
like a million
man,
years
I just gotta say we genuinely appreciate you, and every time you're able to come by, it is always the experience is made better for it. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And you've been here from the. I know you've known Kay for your whole life, but I feel like we've been better for knowing you here. So I thank you.
And by the way, just so y'all understand, he is older than me.
Yeah.
But see, this is when you live in that life, watching Barcelona sunsets, you age differently. You age differently when you.
I don't know what stress is.
Yeah, he's like, what is stress? He actually, congratulations, by the way, all the great things that are going on in your life. I'm not gonna put you out there, but you're doing your thing, sir. I appreciate you, man.
Happy over here and excited about the world of gaming. Things have changed a lot. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1 of this podcast versus episode 200 of this podcast. The whole landscape's changed.
Yeah,
I'm having trouble keeping up. I'm not sure if this is. I told Kay the other day that gaming is turning into like Netflix with a console, more or less. But it's very different from when we were lining up for whatever the hot game was at the moment that we wanted, lining up for Halo 3 or GTA, whatever.
Now, my question to you, sir, is two things. One, did you ever actually turn on your Series console? Did you ever take it out of the box?
Today's not about me. Today's not about me. Okay, today's about you guys.
Did you ever find another game to replace your love of? Because this man loves the Street franchise. He loves it so much that he never unplugs his Xbox 360.
Love it.
He goes to every country and then buys another 360 so that he can play his FIFA and his NBA Street and his NFL Street, all that. Right? There are games out there. I sent him a trailer a couple days ago about a new one. Maybe it's time to unplug your 360 now. No.
Well, I don't want to be rude, and this is not show. It's not about me. It's about you guys. We got to get into my unpacked Xbox Series X that I ordered. What year was it, Kate?
2020.
2020.
Yeah. And it's still in the box even now.
Well, there's a problem. One,
man.
it's still in the box. Okay, let's just start with the first thing. The second thing is I tried to send it to Europe, and then it was sent back to friends of ours because there's a battery in it, and now I can't get my hands on it because I really wanted to unpack it.
Man.
But it's not fully my fault. It's mainly Metal Gear Solid's fault.
Why?
Okay, because I'm still really hooked on Metal Gear is my game, man. And I got it on the PlayStation. So
see, you and Major. Oh my God. So would you be able to tell us the whole Metal Gear story? Like I asked Major one day to tell me what Metal Gear is about, and 20 minutes later he was still talking to me about the definition of all the various clones of Big Boss. I'm just like, oh, get me out of here. Like, are you also very well versed?
Came back, he's still talking.
He's still talking.
Put him on mute. He didn't even realize because he was so happy somebody asked him about a Kojima game.
Yeah, especially it started like years ago. Which was the one where at the start you dive into the water and you're swimming and then you get to the platform? Was it like 2?
Yeah, it was the first one on PlayStation 1, right?
Yeah, and then on the PlayStation 1, and then I started playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
There he is.
Oh my God. Kojima.
Yeah, that's what he calls him, Godjima. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
It's basically
calling another human being God. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
sure.
One of the only games I've played, even though there's a lot of good stuff out there, it's hard to put it down because I've played 100 hours and I'm at like 42%, for instance, so you got some work to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on the hunt for another old Xbox because I want to play my NBA Street Volume 2. So that will be like my third or fourth time doing it.
I told this man like a couple of days ago, I got to get you into the world of the Odin 2 Portal, another really interesting handheld device. You can play all those old school games on that thing and just be done with it. Just be done with it.
Maybe if you guys, this is a scenario for everybody. For everybody here, you've moved to a new country. You have no consoles. You have nothing. What would you do?
You'd get a PC.
Oh, this is not a joke. Oh, this is
serious. And it's over.
No.
It's over.
Like,
no doubt.
You get one of these, you'll be fine.
Maybe I should. Yeah, I should.
He's not wrong. Like there are many options. You know, you get one of these, you're good to go. You never got to worry about anything. I'm just saying.
Mr. Boomstick, what's your take?
I say get one of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Don't get
we got
Xbox Series X.
because look. The problem is this. Wherever you are, you always beholden to where you are. So even if you did crack open your Xbox, right, and you're playing and you're enjoying yourself and it's all good now, the minute you move, now you got to go buy another one because it doesn't work where you live now.
Yeah, right? You got to deal with regions. And by the way, once you get something on PC, if you got to upgrade the hardware later, it won't matter.
Yeah,
it's just
you still got it.
The library is going to be.
You got to hashtag get a PC. It's a wrap. Like I'm
going to be investigating this.
Hey man,
listen. We can give you very good recommendations, sir. You just hit us up.
You guys have like incredible offices, so I got a little office space. So I want to get something going, so that maybe I can be like you guys.
Hey man, it's all good. We'll talk about it.
And I'm the console guy like you. So. Yeah.
I'm a hardcore console guy from forever. You name it, PlayStation 1.
Me too. Yeah.
You name it, like Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive.
My man.
All in Europe. I had all that stuff. So switching to PCs is like a big step.
So let me ask you, Mashi, for a bit. We've been having this conversation before you jump in here. Like right now, right? I know you don't interface as like in depth as you used to in gaming, right? Because you've moved on to other waters and you play it as more of a consumer.
Companies that pay me money to eat. Go on.
You know, it is what it is, right? But how do you see 2025 for you as a gamer? I know your time is limited. How did that work out for you?
I really think I found it a bit of a frustrating year because I was always like so crazy. I love this idea of Game Pass. You know that? Like so much access. I knew it wasn't going to last. So I wanted to get most out of it while I could, but I love the idea. Like, instead of having to put down $60 for a game, you can try it and actually play it, and you're just paying every month. And I really thought it was either gonna like make the industry or break it. I really thought like this is gonna attract so many gamers because a lot of the gamers are like, man, I got to pay $60 for one game, so 120 for two games. No, you just pay your monthly subscription. You can play a lot of games, and if you really want to have something special, you can still buy it. So I was quite frustrated. I'm a huge Microsoft and Xbox fan. So I found it a quite frustrating year, even though I still did have fun on my other Xbox that I have. But I found it a bit of a frustrating year in that it felt like Microsoft was really stepping away, like Mr. Boomstick said, like I'm a real console gamer too. So I was really emotionally attached to the Xbox, like get it on Xbox. And at one point I remember the name of the game, but a massive typical Xbox game. They were like, we're doing a crossover with PlayStation. For me, it was a bit of a sad year in that what we used to have, the real division of, hey, are you a PlayStation guy or are you an Xbox guy? Well, we are both. We have our favorites.
It's
kind of over. It's kind of like, let's say you start gaming today, you're just playing games. Nobody cares what you're playing.
Gamer. That's right. You're a gamer. That's right.
I found it as an old school head kind of sad, but I found it hopeful for the next generation. But the console wars were so much fun if you think about it. Like you had to pick a side. We never picked a side. We got both, but you know what I'm saying.
But you still picked the side. Listen, tell the truth, shame the devil. Shout out to King David.
Yeah.
There's
I love
nothing
Xbox
wrong
stuff.
with the console wars. It's fun. People need to stop being babies and weirdos and taking it personal and whatever.
That's where it gets
Like,
weird.
Let's
Yeah,
just
let's
have
take it
fun with
But
this.
my
stuff.
but my
It's like,
tramp stamp says I'm a PlayStation dude, so I got to go to war with you right now. Come
Oh,
on
no.
now. You want to see tramp stamp?
Trap
We
stuff.
actually had somebody in the chat that had a purple heart from the console wars the other day. So look at that.
Oh
Look at that.
man,
Real.
that means he must have saved some people in the line of duty.
He must have. Gentlemen, listen, I got to bounce. I just want to wish you again.
Yeah, the same for
Congratulations
me.
on 200.
I got a bounce
RC,
too.
it's great to see you, brother.
nice to see you,
Obviously,
man.
you keep console gaming
Thank you
because
so
I'm
much,
going to do that as
gentlemen.
well. Gentlemen, have a great Saturday.
You too, Boom. Thank you so much for being on, man. Thank
All
you
right.
for being
You,
here.
man.
peace.
Hey, same for me, boys. I got to bounce, but hey, congrats, man.
Mm,
Well, just
Yeah,
before I
keep
go,
living life, man.
What's next for this podcast, man? What's next?
So maybe this next year and all that we might travel more international. Maybe come see
Ooh.
you, see what's going on.
Hey, you guys can do the podcast right from here.
Sir, say less. We're gonna be
Well,
right there.
this
this is
one
the
mic-
problem, though,
One mic
Marcy.
here, one mic there.
Since Kay and I are family, man, traveling becomes
Harsh,
this
man.
whole
It's hard.
ordeal, right?
Yeah, I know.
I remember the days it was easy when I could just go backpacking through Europe, hit the Caribbean up. It's nothing. Now you take a trip, you can't even look no place on the map and not think 10, 20 grand. That's just
Oh, yeah.
what life is these days when you got a family. So
Oh, don't worry.
We gotta
He's
plan
getting
these
there
things.
now. He's getting
Yeah.
there now. Don't
Okay, but
worry.
Daddy. So
His travels become pilgrimages now. He's good.
yeah, things are different.
All good.
oh well, congratulations, sir.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I became a dad.
You
I
know,
became a dad,
you know,
so I had
yeah.
a boy, and we moved from Canada to Europe, closer to family. So things
Yeah.
are going to be a little bit different now. So I'm going to be calling on you brothers for the tips.
Hey, it's all good, bro. We here for that. We here for that. Fantastic.
But,
No,
man,
this is great. man.
I'm really excited that the podcast became what it's become. It's the nice thing about it. It's like it's not ranting and raving and just like some podcasts, no disrespect, but they want to get that viral clip. They want to say this crazy thing that then somebody tweets
Mhm.
about it. You guys are just this grown conversation about gaming. I
Yeah.
love it.
Sir, and we've always been on the same line. Like I appreciate you for doing this. We started doing like little clips and stuff of videos that we were making. One that really hit was you educating the public about what cost to profit meant, ROI as it were, you know what I mean? Like, you think it's so much, it's so fantastic, or it's worth so much, but the question is, how much did it cost them to build that? And that translates, and people just seem to have gone, wow, that does make a lot of sense.
It costs money to make these things.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
no, I still I still love gaming because I'm working as a consultant, independent consultant, and for startups and gaming studios. And I still love gaming. I want to see gaming win. Oh, come on! I think it's going to be a massive year. I still think that gaming is like fantastic. So much good stuff.
We need to talk, man. We need to talk because I think in the background there's some things in gaming that you can still do, that we can still do. There's a lot of interesting things in
a lot of. And I
Yeah.
want to see this. I want to see you guys' game. That's what I want.
Well, Mr. Everborn Saga, we've been waiting for a couple of years, sir.
Well,
I mean, I'm only
listen.
looking at you, Everborn, but I want to be polite and say you guys' game.
Yes, soon.
His brother said soon.
The puppet rubbing the balloon.
Mhm.
Yo,
Very
much,
soon.
much love. I know you guys have other people calling in, and man, I'm so proud of you guys, man. You guys, this podcast is amazing. I love it. Keep up the great work, and keep pushing the culture forward. And we'll talk really soon.
Absolutely, bro. It was great chatting
Come
with you.
visit anytime.
Man, you making people jealous on the internet. All right, man. Go get out of here with your amazing views,
Peace out. Peace. Peace.
Damn. See the view there? That was just
Yeah. All right. Before we move
my
forward,
God. All right,
I
all right.
do want to take a moment because this is episode 200. I would like to
mhm.
give a shout out to the late great Optimus Code.
Yes,
He
yes.
was our first guest,
Mhm.
and he was so gracious with his time. He was so gracious
Yep.
talking to us. He's one of the people that just introduced me to the Twitter community in general. And he always like just sparring with him. Even when you don't agree, you learn something. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you talk to this guy. So he every year I think about this guy, and I hope his family is doing well. And
he was
he's
such a decent individual.
Forgotten. So
yeah,
shout out and rest in peace to the one and only Optimus Code.
Yep, no doubt, Mom. No doubt. Thank you for remembering that. It's been a minute. I actually watched that episode not too long ago. I hope more people get a chance to like dig in the crates on those episodes. Some of them were terrible, but yes, we enjoyed it. They're still on the channel, and all the great people who have joined us over the years. You know, Optimus Code being one of the greats before he passed, unfortunately. But yeah, shout out to Optimus Code. Let me catch up on a couple more super chats and we'll continue this thing, because I see some of the great folks jumping in on here and leaving some super chats. The great Scrub Nurse, who I got a chance to meet this year at PAX. Fantastic to see you here, brother. It's always good to see you. The final super chat, he says, proud of you guys. All deserve you deserve it all. 4 years and 200 episodes. Most podcasts don't make it 50. Keep up the great work. The Steam version.
God damn.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And then, of course, Adidas 20, who's been a member for 18 months. He says, congratulations on 200. Thank you so much for being here, for being a supporter for 18 months, man. That's just wild. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Let's see. He also just leaves a $2 super chat and says salute. Thank you, man. Thank you. And of course, Lucius, he says, we are in the renaissance of gaming. The industry is making more money than ever, yet devs work in the industry is the most tumultuous it's ever been. That is
true. And again, it is a renaissance because we're also in a time where there are more games released than ever, and there are more independent studios released than ever. And with that comes so much risk, and not like the reward is not proportionate a lot of the times, but like it's just a fascinating time in terms of economics, in terms of creativity, in terms of access. And when I say access, I'm talking about like from the developer perspective, right? Like the gatekeepers that once were, not saying they're not still in place, but there's never been a time where it's easier to have a good idea and tools that have made it easy enough to bring that to fruition and get it to some kind of a market. And again, I know with like, I think there were like 18,000 games released on Steam this year, some crazy number like that. And obviously only a handful make it. But the fact that you can do that is something. So
yeah, no doubt.
Renaissance indeed.
Now, Froth25 comes with a super chat and also a great recommendation. He says, if you haven't played it yet, Shape of Dreams is $9.59 unloaded, and it's worth every penny. It's an isometric twin stick roguelike with 8 characters and endless fun. Sounds
so
like right bro.
Just picked that up. I don't have it, like, I'm probably not going to play it anytime soon, but I did pick it up off of your recommendation. So
nice.
We'll see if I get some time for it. There's just a lot of stuff like Cosmic Invasion, Gigasword, and Absalom that I need to finish. So if nothing comes out before then to
good
take
luck
my
with
attention,
that.
I will check it out. But I did pick it up. Thank you for the recommendation.
All right, I'll put that on my list as well. Definitely, that sounds like something that is worth.
It's normally $29, but some of the key sites you can get it even lower at Game VO. They've got it for like $8.50.
Yeah. The problem with Game VO, and I've used them a few times already. The problem I have with Game VO is when you're trying to check out, they always want to like add on $1 or $2 for their quote unquote subscription service that keeps
you got to
going.
remember to uncheck it.
And sometimes when you uncheck it, it won't let you finish the transaction.
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I just, even though it was the $1 cheaper on Game VO, I got it unloaded because
it's more trusted and true. That's it. Let's just keep it moving.
Although I still don't know why Loaded had to change their names. It's very
Loaded.
feels a little shady.
Feels a little loaded, right? It does. The great Hollywood Rules, who's been a member for 9 months, he says 200 episodes for the two of my favorite people in the space. Congrats to my brothers. I appreciate both of you tremendously. Issue 200 of greatness of a great series. Thank you so much.
Hey,
This
Hollywood Rules. Did you get the BBL that I recommended for the ROG Ally X? Not the Xbox Ally, the ROG Ally X.
He's recommended BBLs. Well, all right.
No,
and of course,
I remember that he didn't upgrade because and nor should he because he had an Ally X. But the ergonomics. I'm just reminding everybody about this thing. They're actually great. It's like $24. Very grippy
for the non-BBL edition.
Yes,
them. Yes, that looks cool.
Highly recommend this if you didn't already. For those that are still rocking the ROG Ally X.
And of course, no episode of GCP will be complete without a message from the great Slow-Mo Backslap, $10 super chat from Slow-Mo Backslap. He said, congratulations on 200 episodes of pregnant pauses, interrupting people only to agree with them, pretending a failed mascot is actually relevant, and great informative gaming conversations. We'll only take that last part to heart. The rest is just trash.
I mean, that failed mascot did better numbers than Astrobot, but we can keep this up. We can keep this charade going if you like.
Salute to the great Slow-Mo Backslap, who always continues to keep boot on neck because that's what he does. It is what it is. All right, so shout out to the great guests that have been here. We may have more. I'm not sure. People will jump in as they see fit. But we were having this conversation, and Everborn, I want to double back with you on that. Like you said, gaming has been great this year when it comes specifically to the stuff we didn't really expect.
It's only great. So it only wasn't great if you didn't play games, but if you played games,
if you played games, the diversity of content and all of that, right? So, give us some of your broad strokes this year as to what games like really kept your attention. Like I'm looking at this is why I use GOG Galaxy. It aggregates all of my games from everywhere I played it and when I played it, and as much time as I put a lot of damn time into Gigasword this year, like unusually.
I had 30 hours in that game, by the way.
Put a lot of time into Gigasword,
and like 5 of those hours have been super frustrating to the point I want to get down. But then I know what's funny about Gigasword, like you'll get so frustrated that you put it down, you want to quit, and you pick it up the next day,
and you'll beat it. You'll traverse the thing you want to traverse right away, and then you'll get frustrated someplace else.
Yes. I'm starting to wonder if there's like bugs in the game with the tuning, where if you play it too long, the timing is going to be off, and you won't be. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, but see, so to that point, right? Like, and there are lots of games out there that a lot of people will talk about, and of course we're very close to the Keeleys coming out, and we'll see what wins there. But for you, sir, what were the games this year that maybe not on a lot of people's lists that really took something that took your attention? The games that maybe more people should think about in 2025 that are probably not on others' list. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm gonna leave out Expedition 33, obviously, because that's on.
Because that's a known commodity, right? Yes.
Right,
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I gotta go back. Obviously, Gigasword is on that list as much as it frustrates me.
Okay, so while you're building yours, let me throw out just a few of mine, just to kind of whet the appetite a little bit. Just let people understand, like, hey, this is what we're talking about. I'm talking about games like, even though now it's also technically a known commodity, but I'm talking about games like Ball X Pit, which you didn't know was going to come and take your life. But for me, man, oh man, it took my life. I spent ungodly amounts of hours playing that. Ladies and gentlemen, because he wasn't content with the slander in the chat, Silverback Sav. And he is here,
gentlemen,
with the great icon. Look at that.
Oh Jesus!
I had to bring it back. For the 200th episode.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, here's the thing: you didn't have to bring it back. You chose.
Yes, I did. The icon that is also a choice in the. If you remember, now I'm doing promotion for you guys. If you remember, you could take this amazing icon and troll Everborn Saga with it to your heart's content. I'm doing it right now. Look
That's
at that.
right. That's right. Look at
amazing.
that.
If you're a member, you can do that too. And yeah, so anyway,
Indeed.
like congrats guys, 200 episodes.
Yeah, man.
It's a, I feel like it was just yesterday where
Mhm.
you guys were like on episode 6 or something, and you guys were feeling your way around doing a duo podcast, but you could see the chemistry there. You could see the intelligence in the conversation and the attempt to be as objective as possible, which is so rare nowadays when it comes in the podcasting game. And I just have to commend you guys for always approaching it in that manner, because it's been there from the very beginning, and 200 episodes is still there now, even though you guys are slightly grayer, and
Talking about me, aren't you? This is what you're talking
yeah,
about.
definitely you, yeah. but it's been great. It's been great to be a guest and be friends with you guys and hanging out in the Discord and yelling at one another over the most mundane topics with your family looking at you like, what the heck are you talking about? Who are you talking to about this dumb stuff? And it's just, it's fun. It's fun.
Hey,
it's
Slow-mo,
good fun.
You ever have, because this happens a lot, like, you ever have your kids listen to us argue?
Yes. I'm often arguing with you guys when I'm picking them up from school. Yeah. And my daughter just like, when I glance back at my daughter while we're arguing back and forth, she's just looking at me with this look like, why?
Why do I listen to you
really?
like my adult, like my guide? I listen to you, and then this is what you do. Like they look at me the same way. Like
you're so passionate about this. Like my daughter looks at me with that quizzical look. She's 9, by the way. Like she's just like, okay. Like it's pity a little bit, just a little bit, But it's I just wanted to say you guys are good gentlemen, and even though I love the troll. And this icon is freaking great, by the way. I will never stop using this, but
it's not that great. It's not that great, but
it's fantastic is what it is. But continue.
Hargy says, I'll do your super chats for you too. $5 super chat from Hargy Shani. Quote, you're a little bit grayer, unquote. Says the man who never goes on camera, fraud. Hey, sir, Hargy. Good to see you this morning. By the way, I am as gray as maybe grayer than Kay Asante. I will freely admit that. And as soon as my job allows me to go on camera, which would be when I leave it, you guys will know that for a fact. But good to see you, Hargy. And
shout out to the great Hargy, who's probably grayer than all of us. So calm down there, Hargy. What you trying to say? It's fine. But you hear Slow-mo, and the great thing about this community is we all love different things and are able to speak to different things. You really speak to a lot of the multiplayer energy that's in the community, a lot of the not necessarily only black hole games, but also just basically multiplayer, almost competitive stuff. Like for you, sir, this year, how has it been? Like, is it comparative to last year? Is it? Do you see where we
amazing?
See it,
I think this has been a great year of gaming. It's been a great year of gaming. I'll say, like to get it out the way, Game Pass is the best year of Game Pass that we've ever had. And when it comes to competitive games, it's a little bit of a return to form for having a lot of really competitive quality options. Like right now, you have your fill of Marvel Rivals. Fortnite just dropped a new chapter that's amazing. You got Call of Duty, another Call of Duty that's out. If you're a Call of Duty head, at least it plays well. I'll say that, right? At least it plays well. Battlefield 6 has had its best launch of any Battlefield game, and it is absolutely what everyone has been asking for. And,
okay.
Hey, Rodimus, hold up.
Shout out to Rodimus. He's putting the Slow-mo on blast, telling me he look like Tim Duncan.
I have a word with Rodimus. Yeah, the word with you. How do you know this?
Man.
How do you know this information, sir?
So for those who aren't aware, we do this in
Slow-mo's not
We've
denying
never
it.
seen slow-mo, so we
I
have a lot of
deny it.
ideas as to what slow-mo looks like.
I don't look like Tim Duncan. I am not 7 foot. I am 6'4". But and I feel like I'm missing the game. Arc Raiders, like I have yet to play it because
I hear so much about that. Yeah,
I was big in the Dark Zone, and like I love trolling people. As you know, I love like befriending people and then betraying them as soon as they extract. And so I know myself, and I know how like hardcore I was on
evil. Evil is what you are. That's what you are. Evil.
No, it's a matter of perspective. You know, it's just hey, look. I may change my mind, you know. Hey, let's be friends. I'm friendly, and then 5 seconds later, maybe I'm not friendly. I just changed my mind. That's all. But I'm trying to avoid it. I may end up playing it this weekend, and when I do play, I'm gonna stream it. But like, it's just when there's so many options in so many different genres, because that's an extraction shooter. But then Battlefield is a large scale battle first person shooter. Call of Duty is more arena shooter, and you have your battle royales, which also Battlefield now has. There's just so many options out there that when it comes to multiplayer games, like you eating good. If you are a person who loves multiplayer gaming, you can't say you don't have anything to play right now. You just can't, unless you just haven't attempted it.
Can you pick a genre where you could say you don't have anything to play right now? If you're in the RPGs, it's a lot of bangers out right now.
Oh yeah, this is a great year for RPGs.
Yeah, if you're in the Metroidvanias, like I am, you can't throw a rock without hitting a new Metroidvania. If you're in the roguelites, Hades 2. Hades 2 came out this year, right?
Yep, Hades 2, Absalom.
Yeah, so
Absalom's great.
I can't think of a genre where you are not eating well.
Fighting games are still going strong right now. Yeah. I think in front of the gaming and in front of the consumer is still real big. But maybe to Lucius's point a little earlier with the super chat, they are still there's more contractions in the development space that's problematic a bit, while the front end stuff is really, really good, better than it's ever been. You know what I mean? It seems like there's a bit of a juxtaposition there where like when gaming should be this good as it is, the back end should also be somewhat more favorable, and it doesn't seem to be. What do you think to that thought?
I mean, yes, but there's so many studios now, right? And there's so many options for people to go independent, and I'm not saying like if you have a career in this thing, because there's people that got mortgages and been doing this and they just get discarded, and then it's very difficult to find work, and it's not easy to get noticed if you make a small project. But like, it's just hard for me to say when the most money's being made ever, and there are the most new studios coming online ever, and there's the most games being released ever, and it's the easiest to release a game ever, and smaller teams are doing bigger things.
Yeah,
like it's hard for me to say that gaming is in a bad place.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It is. I mean, let's just say the quiet part out loud. There's some greedy mofos out here that don't want to take a little bit less off for profit and make sure these people are good. And that is just the long and short of it. When I remember before Activision, before ABK got acquired, and it may have been like a year or two before it happened, and Bobby Kotick, less than 24 hours after laying off, like, what was it, like 9,000 people or something like that, he's bragging about them having the best profit margins ever in the company. And it's just like, people were aghast that he would dare to do that. Like, of course you had the best profit margins. You just laid off a significant portion of your workforce. And now it's like, that just happens every other day now, it seems. there's a company going, hey, we're killing it right now. Meanwhile, they got their HR in the background doing exit interviews left and right. It's just, are you really killing it when you gotta let go so many people? Ridiculous.
Yep.
So
Yep. You're not wrong, man. Recently, I think it was a couple of days ago, reading articles about Rockstar and what they're doing, hiring on one hand while firing a bunch of people because they wanted to unionize. That there are literally people in the UK standing in front of their offices with picket signs right now because they want to unionize, and they're laying staff off because of it. Kind of wild what's going on.
And you know what really sucks about that, and it's going to long term end up with very prominent developers that we at this point tend to just say, oh, they'll always nail it because they seem to always nail it. Stop nailing it. Because there's a lot of cultural studio debt as well as like intellectual debt that's being lost when you let go of veterans only to replace them with brand new people who just have less time in the studio. So therefore they're coming in on a lower salary. And there are code that didn't have great explanations and great annotations that these new employees have to figure out what's this for? How does this work with this? There's ways around their proprietary engine that the people on the way out knew that the new people don't. And they're going to make mistakes that the studio had already figured out a way around a long time ago, but you don't have those people no more. And I think that this is a kind of like it's an end result of people who don't give a crap about the industry. They just care about how much money the industry generates. And that's all they care about. And so they make decisions that are completely have nothing to do with like the end result. They don't care how good quality the product is. They just care about how much money is going to make them. And that's just like industry wide. Everyone's doing it. Sony, Microsoft, EA, Take-Two, Ubisoft. Literally everyone is on this kind of energy, and it's kind of depressing. But
absolutely, yeah, it really is.
This is why I bring this up, man.
It seems like everyone everywhere is doing this exact thing, and it's just like, and it all seems to have come to a head in 2025, and hopefully, it'll end here, but I doubt it. It is what it is. Real quick, before we will introduce one more gentleman joining us on the stage, J Mac. Real quick, going to find out super chat. He says, "Congratulations on the big 200. Truly the most intellectual gaming podcast in the community. True great beards represent and salute." Well, we represent because the beards continue to be great. We can't help it. It is what it is. But thank you for being here, good sir.
Oh, and real quick, Parasite said include Nintendo. Absolutely. Like, look, Pokemon sucks. When Pokemon is so bad that the people who are crackheads for Pokemon are still buying it, but like, man, this game sucks, man. I'm gonna play it though.
Crackheads. I think you coined that phrase.
Pokemon crackheads. Yes.
I don't think the 80s would allow that, gentlemen. Just saying.
Salute to the great
Super Predators.
G. Salute to the great Infinite Umber. Salute to y'all for being here. Yo, this show is not this show without you guys being on this stage with us. So thank you guys for being here. And good morning, gentlemen. I hope y'all are doing well.
All right, I got my list ready. The gems of the year.
Okay, so let's go.
We're doing that. Let me get mine.
Don't pick nothing that everybody would choose because I had to leave off Expedition 33 and some other games.
So that's the barometer.
Hidden gems.
I can put that. Well, you know what? This time last year.
Yeah,
there were two games this time last year. You could roll the tape because I said it here, I said it on DPS, I said it anywhere. I even said it on Scumcast before we stopped Scumcast. There were two games that I was can't wait to play this year. It was Expedition 33 and Dispatch. Those two games
you can have Dispatch
turned out to be awesome.
He copied off me. Don't listen to him.
I'm surprised you're awake right now. That's all I got.
The slumbering one awakes.
Sleepy Umbra.
Well, we got to bring up old stuff.
What,
that's,
like
that's the
yesterday?
list, right? That's the barometer. The barometer is this. Let's try to pick up games, and we'll allow it because obviously Expedition's out here. Everybody knows Expedition. I think Dispatch is very much well within the realm. Pick games that maybe wouldn't be on other people's list. We'll start with you, Everborn. 4 or 5 games, as much as you can do.
Damn, I had like 10, but we'll
See, there you go. Some of us play more than others in the realm of indie.
right.
So
I'm gonna but I'll leave
Whichever
off
one you
some
want.
more popular ones because I was gonna say the
Okay.
Altars and I was
Okay.
gonna say Absalom, but everybody knows about those. All right, so
Mhm.
Hidden Gems for Everborn 2025. Number
go.
1, there's a game called Anton Blast. Now,
Anton
this
Blast.
is
Yeah,
an
of course.
old school 2D platformer. It is not a Metroidvania. It is levels. It is like made in the style of the Doug era and Ren and Stimpy era of cartoons.
Mhm.
And it is very sort of raunchy and loud. The art style is like it's you'll be 13 years old again. So a little bit too much
It is
screen
like-
shaking.
It's
but,
like purposefully
Anton Blast.
pixelated and crazy,
Yes.
right? Purposefully pixelated. Let me actually share a bit of quick footage on
It's
that.
kind of
so
like
you can
a
see.
love letter to Tasmania. That's what it
Yes.
looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. Anton Blast. There you go. Kind of wild, crazy energy with this thing. All right. So I didn't know you played this. When did you play this thing?
Oh yeah, that was that actually this came out in December of 2024, but I'm counting it for this year.
Okay. That's good.
So
All right. What else? What else? Keep going.
I got about halfway through that one. All right. So the next one is, and I'm leaving out Dispatch because again, I think everybody knows about Dispatch. So the next hidden gem of 2025 for Everborn is alphabetically is Gigasword. So, but we've talked about that enough. So I'm going to keep moving. Then we have, what is the name of this game?
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna end up having nothing the way y'all going. I know for certain. Go ahead.
All right. Mandragora.
Oh yeah.
Now
Yeah,
this is like if Diablo met a Metroidvania. Right? It's 3D, it's very dark. It's about like a perverse evil church using demon power.
And it's beautiful, right? Graphically, let
yeah.
me see. This is also a Metroidvania kind of style. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You're gonna
like this, right? Like
Yes.
like this. This is what we're talking about. Yeah.
And if you see the skill tree in this, it puts every other skill tree to shame. Almost there's too many things you can build, but you can get insane builds with this. That's crazier than anything they're doing in Diablo 4. All right. So the next one, this is an honorable mention because we've talked about it a lot, and I think it's going to be on your list. So we'll just say Neon Inferno, but I'll let you let you talk about that one, Kay. The next one, if you are into old school, think like Crash Bandicoot style 3D platforming, there's a game, very high production quality, called Nico DeRico. You play as a lion, and it is a Crash Bandicoot style 3D platformer.
Nico DeRico.
Yes.
This man is doing some deep pulls on me this time. Wow. That's
all right.
I remember this game too. Yes. Okay.
Obviously, we're gonna say Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound. I'm not talking about Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm talking about the 2D platformer from the Blasphemous devs. I don't need to go too far into that. The next one, this is a good one here. This is, and I'm almost Ruffy and the Riverside. Now, this is a I don't want to call it a Mario style 3D platformer, but it's a very robust 3D platformer. And the characters themselves are drawn like they're paper, right? So they are 2D, but the world is 3D. It's a very interesting.
I remember this. We talked about
Ruffy and the Riverside. Yes,
we talked about this game. Yeah, almost N64, like in its execution a little bit.
All right. So that one's really good. The next one is. What's the name of this game? I'm almost done.
You got one more. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Finish strong.
Twilight Monk. That is the last one on my
Twilight
list.
Okay. Twilight
That's the ones where they stole the
Twilight
Everborn style characters, but but it's still a great game nonetheless. So I got to give credit where credit is due.
So-
Shout out to plagiarism.
I mean, look at listen. The character's name is Raziel, and he has the red scarf with the blue baggy shirt and pants. Instead of carrying a big sword, it's a big hammer. But
yeah, I see it. You know, you could definitely call the Everborn lawyers on this one a little bit. Yeah,
I won't because they made a very
clothes and all that. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's cool. All right, so,
Like,
those are
that
yours.
looks amazing.
It does look nice.
Let me borrow that for a little while.
No, I was really mad at it until I played the game. And I was like, damn, this is pretty good. A lot can be forgiven with a good game.
With a good game, that's right. All right, man. Mr. Slobo Backslap, you said you have your list. How about you present yours? What you got? Some
I got
as many
I got
as
4
little as you
games.
got. Yeah. Okay,
I got 4 games. I would have more if it wasn't for Everborn, having 5,000 games. But it's cool.
stealing games.
Played a
I
lot
get
of
you.
games
I
this
get
year. I
you.
don't know what you want me to tell you. FarQ, where did you send me that thing? Whatever you sent.
Uh-oh.
No, he
Far-
said he sent me something
dangerous.
in the
It's dangerous. We got to be careful now. Oh, and by the way, while FarQ's being dangerous, we got Dr. Dryrub just dropping codes in the chat. Like, woo. More codes. Shout out to you. Stellar Blade.
Oh, galore.
Oh man,
Look at Stellar Blade in there. I haven't played that on PC yet. Maybe
Me
you should give
either.
me that one.
I'm about to grab one of them codes if y'all don't hurry up.
That's right.
I just tried. People fast, man.
You were too fast.
Oh,
to
wow,
get.
these are not throwaway codes either. She's dropping
No.
Stellar Blade,
That's right.
Warhammer Dark Tide,
And by the way,
Sword,
I'll put it out
Hogwarts
again.
Legacy.
Dr. Dryrub has already given us all of the DMC collection, Devil May Cry collection. So
Dr.
today,
Dry Rub
someone
is our very
will be
own
getting the entire
personal
collection.
humble bundle.
yes, he is, no doubt. He is
So
definitely-
the games he gives for free are not games that like you never heard of. You know how like you buy something and like in Green Man Gaming and Humble Bundle, and they were like, "Hey, here's a bunch of free games," and it's like, "What is this?" It's like a game where it's like a dude where you just a guy just throwing a ball up in the air and that's it. That's the entire game. You just like, what? Thanks, I guess. I don't even want this in my library. But no, the Dr. Dry Rub be having like real stuff in the library, like real good games.
9 Souls.
Ooh,
I mean,
the thing
considered by many to be the game of the year in 2024 and 2020. Yeah, 2024. 9 Souls, like that's right there. Dragon's Dogma 2. Damn, bro.
Oh
Shout
man,
out to Dr. Dryrub.
the
All right,
Thing
so,
remastered.
Slow-mo. Give us some
Brutal
games. What you got? What you got?
Banishers. Oh, routine.
I got-
Damn.
We got routine.
Yeah, routines.
Isn't that like brand new? Like a
Yeah, that just
what's
came
that?
out.
Like, came out yesterday or whatever.
It's a puzzler, right? It's a puzzle kind of game.
Routine.
No,
Routine
that's a
is more
routine's
like
a shooter.
horror. Yeah,
That's
it's
an
a horror
FPS.
shooter. I think. Looks real cool.
What am I getting that
Hyper
confused with?
realistic looking, real cool. Yeah,
It's in Game Pass,
Okay.
but damn.
it is in Game Pass. True. Yeah.
So, all right, first game on my
Sure.
list is Absalom. Absalom is
Okay.
fantastic. If you are into roguelites and you kind of like, the beat 'em up genre as well, with some little bit light RPG elements in there, you would love Absalom. It's got a very interesting story. You got multiple characters that you can choose from, and as you accumulate more, the further into the game you get. Awesome game, absolutely
Yeah.
awesome game.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Really kicked butt this year. I really loved it. as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Very cool.
It's very, very, very awesome game.
Great art
Um,
style.
Yeah, art style is unique, and I think that the combat is it is what I wished. What was that game that Xbox published, and it was like early access
where you going.
Steam,
Yeah.
last
Everybody was saying the same
year.
thing as well.
Yeah, the colorful game.
I don't remember the name of it.
Wait, what? Towerborn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Towerborn, yeah.
Yes.
Absalom is what I wish Towerborn was.
I agree.
Talk about
Towerborn had like one class I really liked, which is that rogue class with the dual knives. That class was dope. The other ones I was just like, they okay. And it felt like the matchmaking just never worked. Whenever I was trying to matchmake with like randoms and to do these missions, I'm getting nobody. And so, although it was okay, it wasn't like a bad game. I just felt like it kind of like missed the boat, missed the opportunity, and what the game direction was for Absalom seems to be far tighter, just way better implemented and executed. So awesome game. If you like roguelites, you would really enjoy this game. Another one, and I know no one's going to have this one on their list because this is it's a little. I love my strategy RPGs. As you guys know, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, as well as like Final Fantasy Tactics, which also came back this year as a remake. But Dark Deity 2 is probably one of my favorite games I played this year. Dark Deity 2, and I'll say this, I never played the first one. So it's a game where you don't need to play the first one to understand what the heck is going on, but it's got really good characters, a very good story, and if you're into the kind of strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem, it has that in spades. The only thing is that it's pixel art, so if you are kind of a graphics whore, then you may not really be into what it provides, but it's amazing. And I love like when some of the animations they created when you get into fights, like you'll see like these really cool animations per character, per class. And it's difficult. I initially didn't like the fact that your characters didn't die if they fail in combat, because I'm used to permadeath with these kind of games. But the difficulty this game has is its base difficulty is far higher than what some of these other games are. So I get it, because it's just like, it's just almost no way you're going to beat this game if there's permadeath for everyone. But it's really good. It's really good. I think you guys should check that out.
That's cool, man. I haven't heard you speak on this one. This is interesting. I have to put it on my list. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very good, very good, and it's got a decent amount of time to beat the game, but it's not so long that you're just like, oh man, I feel like I can't play this, because if I play this, I'm gonna miss out on playing XYZ when it comes out. Like it's a decent experience when it comes to time, but it's a high quality experience at the same time. So I really enjoyed this game. I wish I could play it again for the first time. Another one is the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I think that game's a bit underrated.
Line Last Defense Academy. Man, that name is almost like it was created by the people who created the Xbox One title.
It is definitely got like, we've laughed about this in Discord. You ever know those animes where it's like the anime is like the name of the anime is the description of the show? I was a fairy sorcerer, then I joined a new team, and now I'm awesome. Like that's the name of the anime. It's just like
I was isekai by Truck-kun, and now I'm the #1 mage.
I had Boston Egg and Cheese for breakfast, the anime.
Right.
Like it's a little bit like that, like it's a little bit on the nose with the title of the game is like literally 6 words, but it's a dope game. It's a dope game. It's got some really interesting characters. It reminds me of VanillaWare's games, the studio that made I'm brain farting on the title of this game, Unicorn Overlord, and I will put that on the list, but that came out last year because I'm finally going to finish Unicorn Overlord. But that and 13 Sentinels, that is fantastic. So it's kind of like, it kind of has that kind of art direction where they have like these hand-drawn anime looking characters or manga looking characters that are like right in your faces. They're having all this dialogue, but the story's good, the battles are good. And if you are someone who is willing to put in 80 plus hours into a game, yeah, this is it. You enjoy, because you're gonna have a good long time with this one. And I think as they kind of you progress through the game, they start to unveil a lot of the story of what's going on really well. It's a quality a JRPG. bit of strategy RPG too. But yeah, it's really good. And
Very
then my
cool.
last one, of course, because I was the first one on this train, and no one, everyone else just hopped the board after I've already been driving the bus. Dispatch.
Okay.
Dispatch
So
is
speak on Dispatch, sir. Yes.
Dispatch is the evolution of what Telltale had been doing for so long. Like, who cares about walking around slow as molasses to go talk to other characters? That part of Telltale games has always been lackluster. Well, let's just cut all that out. Let's make you a dispatcher, and where the gameplay is you hacking things and you sending the right hero in the right situation, trying to manage how many heroes you have for the number of situations that are popping up with great characters, great dialogue, amazing, probably some of the best voice acting that you're going to get this year. And just a fantastic story. And the animation is high quality. Like you're not getting better animation than this anywhere. It's really a really good game. I ended up playing it like 2 or 3 times, really, to kind of see all the different endings and all the different choices and how those choices affect the overall outcome. And you got your, like, you can know a game's got a cult following when you got your, well, I'm Team Invisigal, I'm Team Blonde Blazer. Like the people are picking and choosing which person that like they are simping for. It's a good time. It's a good time. And even if you're not really into these kind of games, this is a nice palate cleanser.
Haven't played it yet. Wanted it all to come out. Yes, I wanted it all to come out so that I could like binge it all the way through. I hear it's like really, really awesome. Like, you're not the only one that has said this. This is definitely on the list. I probably will play it over this holiday weekend, just the holiday season, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, and it'll take you. You could probably, if you have a clear day with nothing to really do, you could binge this in one day because it's 8 episodes, 1 hour an episode. So you really could go straight through it if you have the time.
So you know what we'll do? My birthday is the December 25th, and on that day I get to do what I want.
Oh man! On
that day I will play Dispatch. I'll play the whole way through, and no one's gonna bother me. That's my Christmas birthday present to myself.
Nice.
So
I would.
You may want to stream that.
I don't even think they're necessarily an hour long.
Okay.
Honestly, I think you can get them even quicker than that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. You say I should stream it. Yeah. All right. I might do it.
My birthday is December 16th. You know what I'm going to do?
Yes. Work. What you doing? No. Damn. I'm not allowed to work on my day.
Is standing on the corner with Sonic trying to help Sonic eat considered work? I don't know, man.
First of all, there's no standing on the corner for me, sir. There's no good explanation for that.
Well, I mean, like,
you're either selling something or selling something.
You're not homeless, but Sonic, that poor guy, he's got to eat, man. You need to just either take him in. You enjoy his game so much. You being the only one.
Sonic is.
You might as well just bring him in. Just let him sleep in the basement.
And this is the slander you get on our Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Join us on the Discord on a daily. This is what we do.
On episode 200 with the slander. Listen, let's hear about Pixel and Umbra's hidden gems.
Let's go there. Yes. Pixel, you know what? I'll go with you next. I'll save the singing one for the end. Pixel with G, sir.
Umbra's just going to tell us his favorite UE5 games.
Pixel's only here for a minute because I need to do some painting and work on this house.
Please. Yes,
gentlemen.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
However, the best thing I played this year wasn't a game from this year, which is sad. Yeah. So it's
in true PC gaming fashion.
Listen, you guys named all the great ones, Absalom and all that other good shit that we've been playing this year, but that Rogue Trader, man.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about that all year long.
Oh my god, bro! And they just announced a second RPG that they're making. This company Owlcat. These dudes are onto something, and I know a lot of us not onto them, but in terms of like world building and like the tech behind their game and the functionality and the combat system and stuff like that, these might be the new RPG kings. They doing some shit. Like they are really doing some things. It is such an interesting game, the way the characters interact and their powers and stuff. that it's like people aren't playing enough of it. I gotta be like 300 hours in. I'm like 300 hours in this game.
What are you playing this on?
And I'm playing it mostly on my handhelds. Mostly on handheld with AR glasses.
Which handheld in particular?
I'm switching between the MSI Claw and the Xbox Ally X, so kind of back and forth depending on where
Which
I'm
one
at.
do you tend to play the most?
The Ally X is getting played the most. It's getting played the most right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the screen because I cheat because I use AR glasses, right?
Yes.
So
see,
I am not
glasses on, no screen problems. Yes.
right. So I'm not adhering to screen. I'm adhering to a mix of performance and usability, like the UI, which the Ally X is still the best. Sorry, guys, still better. It still behaves better. But it's a lighter console, right? It's lighter to hold in your hand, so
in your hands,
you know, you could just lay down with it, put your glasses on,
300 hours,
and you rock out.
Ergonomics count.
Yeah, it just you know. So that is kind of my go-to. But people need to play it because like if you're seriously an RPG fan, have any remote like of the what's it called, the Warhammer universe. Do not miss this fucking game.
Yeah. On your recommendation, I have that on my list.
Yo,
don't as soon as I can get through some of these other games, I'm jumping in.
Yo, you like the way you be digging into like. I'm gonna refuse. I'm gonna not be inappropriate, but let's just say the man digs into RPGs like some of us dig into other things. So, you will absolutely love this game.
I'll be hitting that RPG
Hitting
back.
the corner, son. Yeah, you be hitting the corner, son. You be going to the dark places in RPGs. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Keep you well first.
The innuendos are flying right now. Oh man,
you will love it. You will love it.
Poor RPGs when slow-mo gets through with them.
Yeah, you don't want to play an RPG after slow-mo's played. I'm just saying.
They're ruined. They're ruined.
Yeah, he's a real one. He's a real one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, it's deep like that. You really would enjoy it. So like it's been mostly that, and then there's like a lot of small games, man. Like a lot of small games. I haven't had a lot of time to play this year. And the time that I do have is like mostly on mobile, you know. But great experience just playing fucking mobile games, bro, and just not mobile but handheld games. You know, on these little devices, you know. Really just enjoying gaming.
Now,
you know?
most people think
By the way,
handheld
Cave,
kings are
check your
others.
text
but
message. I
okay,
found
I'll
what
check
Fark
it.
you sent.
Okay.
I will let you decide if we show that.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, is that the weird one that he made of me? No, that thing's psychotic looking. No, that's terrible.
I haven't seen it, so you have to show it.
It's psychotic looking.
Listen, slow-mo
show it.
Pixel and Umbra. Check y'all text messages in like 30 seconds.
Oh,
Here we go.
Mark,
Here we
send
go.
it to me.
Psychotic looking. Like what is that? That is psychotic looking. Anyway. Yeah. I see you.
Is this AI or is this
Of
just?
course it's AI. Of course.
No,
it's
I don't know.
AI.
That might be real. That actually might. You might have did this. It looks
telling
so
you it's AI.
so natural, man.
I'm telling you
Nah.
it's AI. So stop.
That's not AI. I think you did that.
And then he
I think
smiles
I
and
think
it's
he
just
just
like,
caught
ugh.
you.
Very, very weird. Anyway, let us not continue. Let us not
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Yeah. But all right, what else? You Pixel, you would talk about another game that you played.
Oh, but the other one was that like you said, me that ball like fit. Like I played the fuck out of that as well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yep.
to the point that the game was glitching out on me. So yeah, great game. So just enjoying the smaller experiences and just overall, man, really just enjoying the year with talking crap with you guys in Discord, man. It's made for a great year.
Yeah.
So
that's excellent. Yeah,
real gaming conversation, even with the death of Xbox. You know what I mean? Just
when it died, got reborn, died again, got reborn. Kept dying.
Yeah, I mean, there is this one guy in chat who keeps resurrecting it, like he's the most heard about it, but we won't talk about him. Wolf,
Oh, man.
Wolf, but John's gonna be okay. But
no, he just
wanted to. But yeah, just wanted to cut through, man. Show love to you guys, man. You're 200, man, and many more, man. We'll all be in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
You serve, man. Pixel's another one that's been down since day one. So
absolutely, yeah.
Always appreciate you, good sir.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I'm listening to the chat, man. Enjoy the rest of the show. Okay, guys,
thank you, bro. Thank you.
I was going to tell you, if you're in the Discord, here's another advertisement for people to join the Discord. If you want to see that amazing video of Kay Asante, where he left his camera on, he didn't realize. Hey, look, it's right there in the Discord for you to see.
You know what? Okay. I'll double down on that.
All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace, y'all.
All right, Big.
I will double down on that one.
Okay, they said you heard he said you're about to get 1,000 lashes
by Dr. Umar. Yes, that's the Dr. Umar lash right there. No, there is a meme channel in our Discord where only AI lives. In that place, it is hairy. It's like the dark zone of the Division. Okay, you want to go see some of the crazy stuff? Go in our dark zone. It's right there. You'll see probably. I will add. FarQ's crazy video there as well. It is psychotic, but
don't worry, I got it.
There's some crazy other things in there. Discord.
Slow mo's already on it.
Oh, he's already on it. Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Yes. If you want to see Columbus Day, you want to see like Infinite, you want to see the Everborn saga, like Christopher Columbus in his CEG uniform. You have that there as well. There's this whole bunch of different memes in that thing. So go check it out. Anyway, so all right.
Yeah. I wanted Umbra before I go. I want Umbra to go, and then because I kind of have a thought I wanted to drop you guys with before I leave. So I got
for sure.
Run,
no worries.
Father, husband duties.
Umbra, sir. Absolutely. We'll get you in and out as quickly as we can. Umbra, sir, hit me with some games, some unique stuff that probably isn't on other people's lists. Stuff that should be kept on the radar for 2025.
Well, I wanted to first off say congratulations to you brothers on 200. First podcast I have ever joined or had a chance to actually guest on was you guys' podcast. So always eternally, grateful for that, infinitely so, if you will. But I just want to slander Slow-Mo really quick. Go
ahead.
I do.
Not only did he come in swinging at Unreal for no reason, which is why I came in with Unreal Umbra as my name. He slandered Sonic. He came in. I don't know how he got up here. If he's like this, bringing negativity towards you.
Who let him in?
Right.
Yeah, we just gave him the code, and he's had it for a long time. You see, once you have it, you can't unhave it. You see what I'm saying?
He hacked his way in. I already know.
It is episode 200. I felt the need to bring up all the slander that has accumulated over 200 episodes. It is a celebration of slander. I would like to call it. Slander. Yeah, but some of it, it's not slander if it's true.
Well, listen, I want to point out.
So, Unreal Engine,
Well, Unreal is, it's the truth. I mean, look, that's why so many people use it. This is great. But anyway, we're going to move past that part.
They have no choice.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to point out he also stole my answers because Dispatch, I put him on that. He didn't know anything about it. I decided to, give him information on that. And
okay.
I wanted to gift him with that knowledge, and he turned out to love it. I figured he would.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Hollywood Rules, check the chat. I found the link for the BBL for the Raw Gala.
Oh,
it's in the chat.
I'm like, what's
He's
going on?
BBLs in the background.
BBL.
Listen,
if you know, it's the ROG Ally X has an add-on for grips. So we call it the BBL. But please continue. So Hollywood Rules
is in the chat. Score now. It is about to get wild.
I see that we go on to like hidden gems basically here. So I played a ton of games this year, just off of Steam alone, 71 games, right?
Wow.
And amongst those, there were a few that were really stand out, and some of them were like this game called Sworn, SWORN.
Okay.
And Sworn is, I think it's also on Game Pass actually. But Sworn is a 1 through 4 player co-op game. It's a roguelike where you get to, it's like you're set in this situation of like Camelot, right? And you get these different play styles based on the weapon you get. It's very much a Hades clone in a lot of ways. Slightly more forgiving, I think, personally, but it still is, challenging, but it's really fun. As you can see on the screen there, I mean, beautiful colors that pop. It looks excellent on handheld. You can imagine, especially with an OLED screen. Great game. Really
a lot of Hades vibes there.
Oh yeah, 100%. And speaking of Hades, I still have to play part 2. I bought that. Another one I'll throw out there. I was going to say Bionic. You know what, Kay, but I'm gonna leave that one for you because I know that's probably on your list. I want to go to Starfire Eternal Cycle.
Okay.
I just picked that up. I haven't played it yet. Tell me about that game. I bought it based on the trailer.
Okay, nice. I think you'll like that. So Starfire Eternal Cycle is also it's a roguelike, by the way. So it's a little more of a action beat 'em up style roguelike. So it's different than a Hades style game where you're going to go through, you get these power-ups as you go through and to strengthen your character, and you get like 6 different or 7 or 8 different weapons or something like that. 6, I think it's 6 that you get for her as you level up through stages and beat bosses and stuff like that. Game is just fun. It's not again, I think Hades has set the bar for where like challenging roguelike games are. Naturally, and these games are following in its footsteps, but this is just I love the art style of it. I love the sound design. I like the effects designs, how you do certain moves, and you can power her up and do a lot of different types of upgrades to the moves by tying in different elements like lightning or fire. It's really, really cool. And I think the one I enjoyed playing with the most was probably the hammer that you get for her that you unlock. Just really dope. I loved it. Highly recommend.
Real quick, before you continue, let me interject by introducing the great post up, and of course the one and only president of Nintendo, who's technically not really the president anymore because he's out the door. MJ Dark, what's good? What's going on, gentlemen?
Capper and Chief.
Welcome. It's good to see y'all here.
Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Despite the pixels, the pixelated image, like we see in Metroid, we can see you and hear you very well.
Yeah. Yo, can y'all hear me?
What's up, Post?
We hear you, Post up. What's good?
Yes, sir. Listen, quick
I'll save it
public
for the
service
Discord.
announcement.
I'll save it for the
That
Discord
game-
so people can join and come see the fight.
That game Sworn that Umbra told us about is on sale right now for 50% off until December 8th. Only $12.49.
There you go.
Very nice.
I might want to jump on it. I think it's pretty good. It's worth it. So, like I said, it's a 4-player co-op game too if you want to play with friends. The last one I'll throw out.
Good. What you got? Yep.
Last one is Awita Journey of Hope. That's AWITA. Awita Journey of Hope.
Okay.
And
Awita Journey of Hope. Okay.
Yes. And that one is a really cool one. It's more of a Metroidvania, Everborn. So if you don't have this, you might want to put this.
Oh no, I already own this. I think it was based. I don't know if I recommended it to you or you recommended it to me. But
we recommend these back and forth to each other so many times. It could have been. It might have been.
We lost count. But the point is, I got it. I started it. It's just like 5 different games came out in the week that I got that. So I didn't continue it. But there was nothing I didn't like, and I remember really enjoying the art style and the combat. You know what it gave me? It gave me Soldiers vibes.
Yeah, for sure. Soldiers, however, I think is a far better game. But
yes. I'm just remember I played this for maybe a half hour.
Yeah, same for me. I only played it maybe about an hour and maybe a few minutes, but I like where it's at. You see, you got the little secrets, throwbacks to make you feel like Castlevania. I love that, right? And the Metroidvanias, that's our bag, as me and you know, and MJ, of course. But like, so this right here is a nice one. I think you can probably find this pretty cheap as well, just for those that may be looking. If you go on,
paid under $10 for this.
Yeah, I think the same for me when I got it. So this is another Metroidvania. If you all hadn't spoke or paid attention to the trend, Metroidvanias or roguelites have been exceptionally good, I think, in the last 2 years, honestly. So this is another one you all should put on your list if you have not played it. It is also great on handheld, I would say, as well. So check those out.
Fantastic, sir. See, lots of really, really cool fare here. I have a couple here and there that I want to throw in there, but of course we got the great MJ Dark in here. We got a Post Up in here. I was gonna mention mine. I'll let Post Up in first, and I'll let MJ Dark in first, because chances are MJ will also pick stuff that we all probably got recommendations from him on. He seems to be great with recommendations in this realm. But Post Up, if you're around, sir, any games that you have played this year that you think people should know, games that maybe might not be on everybody's radar, games that you think that, hey, if you're building your wish list for 2025, this should definitely be on. Any games for you like that?
Look, let me hop in here real quick because I got a few minutes. All right.
Yes, sir.
Look, Post ain't been playing no games. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Post Up go ahead.
Ain't been playing. No, I can't offer you nothing right now. Okay, I'm gonna just keep. Ain't no shame in my game. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on this year for me. More than I expected, but you roll with the punches. But I did want to hop on because I rock with you guys. I love what you guys do. I love your platform. You and Evan, man, I want to congratulate you brothers on 200 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Of a great, knowledgeable podcast. It's podcasts out there that talk about, but it's very few that's really knowledgeable and go into detail about the gaming culture, from software to hardware, and then the whole gaming palette. Right now, look, I can't offer y'all no games. I can't offer you no games right now.
Life is hard out here sometimes. It is what it is.
Hard, but, you know, I'm dodging. I'm not gonna dodge it. I'm punching back. You throw your punches, you punch back. But I did want to take the time out to come on here. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Keep building a platform. Keep going. You're doing amazing things, man. You know, I'm gonna catch out on where we rock at, where we communicate at. All right.
Indeed.
Hey, Post. If you got time later, keep listening, because we are doing that acquisition talk.
Yes, we are.
We get done recommending these games.
Okay.
And I know that's your bag.
If I got, what you talking about, the Netflix?
Yes,
you damn right.
Yes, we're talking Netflix. Yes, we are.
Hey, if I got time to pop back on, I will. But if not, I will be listening, because they're great conversations. But man, have a great show, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you
Lay
so
the
much.
shot down.
So yeah, man. All right. So if that's the case, MJ, you're next, sir. I know you got recommendations. He always with the great recommendations.
Don't
I
recommend
want to make sure you
Metroid.
guys hear me, but Slow-Mo took
Yeah,
a lot of
all
the
of the
ones, 'cause
games
Slow-Mo and I
Nintendo
have
released this year.
good taste in games, because I love the 100 Light Defense Force, and Post Up is like Xbox in 2021 with no games in his gaming life. But anyway,
this guy.
what's
You
up, everyone?
let the man
What's
leave
up, guys?
before you slander him. I hear you.
Thank you for inviting me on the show. It's been a while. I want to say congrats on 200. I remember being on Boom Show and getting the pleasure of meeting both of you legends, right? Boom giving me a chance on his show. And then after that, meeting everyone, of course, at Comic-Con, and him, giving me the sales pitch for his comic, and then loving that as well. So congrats.
Hey, Major, I just gotta correct something you said. You said thank you for the invite. This is not an invite. I don't invite family members to my house. They just show up.
That's right. They just
show up when you can.
Indeed.
Appreciate it.
And yes, sir.
Like I said, through the Discord, guys in the chat, join the Discord. We have some great conversations. It's always about fun and just kind of going back at each other. But we keep the handheld wars alive as well. So definitely join the Discord. I have a list like Everborn, but I'm gonna go through some really good ones. So this is also for Slow-Mo. Demon School. It just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it's literally old school Persona 1, where you play
I
as
bought
these
that.
kids. Yeah.
I got to play it, but I bought it. Yeah.
What's cool about the game is that you don't get XP in the fights. It's mostly about interacting the moment to moment within the game. So that's where you gain sort of your XP. And the whole thing is that when you're fighting, the fight's not over till you get to the other side of the map and you stop waves of zombies. Really awesome
Very
game.
interesting, eclectic style of graphics. I like the isometric camera. The art style choice is very good too.
Now, there's another game coming out this week, which again, I like rhythm games, and I like rhythm games like Hi-Fi Rush, and it's called Unbeatable. It's coming out this week. There's a demo out, I think, on all platforms. So if people want to check it out, download it. It was awesome. I played it on PlayStation because I think that's where they first had it. And then I downloaded
Major.
Yeah.
If I beat that game, I'm giving it a 1-star review for false advertising.
What? Unbeatable? Oh. The other game I'm playing also is called Alia. It's this developer that I really like, and it's like basically you're this person that goes into VR and it gives you a mashup of genres, of horror genres. So at one point it turns into like Resident Evil 7, where you have like something chasing, you're fighting a family. It's out on Steam. I think it's out on everything again sometimes. Now for my Metroidvania fans, outside of course my Snow Bunny, Samus, of course the GOAT. I would say the other one is called, I think it's Anima Flux. It's a game that went under the radar that I was excited about, where it's a co-op Metroidvania, and it's a really cool art style. It's very kind of like cyberpunkish, sort of Eon Flux, I would say, style. It is great. It's gotten some big updates. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to play with a friend in co-op. Some of the puzzles and the things that you do, you can actually help each other. You can play the game by yourself, of course, and control the AI, but it's so the puzzles get so much more interesting when you actually have somebody with you. My final game that I keep seeing that it's been
what was the name of that game?
It's called
Anima Flux.
Anima Flux.
And by the way,
right?
All these games, I will take the time. I will put them all when we post this thing. I'll put all the links to it so you can go check out the Steam pages and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of games we talked about today. So
my last two, which I know because we can go 3 hours and I don't want to derail, is I would say it's on Game Pass. It's called 100x Resist. Really fantastic game that it is weird because it's sort of like it's an RPG, but it's more like an interactive. I would say story-driven, let's just say walking simulator type game, but it has parts in it. It's on Game Pass. It is fantastic for anyone that's looking for something very unique. The story is fire. The last game is 9 Years of Shadow, another Metroidvania game.
9 Years of Shadow. Okay.
What's cool about it is that the game starts off in black and white because it's about color. And as you start beating the environments, you start adding color back to the world. It's fantastic. You can get that for like $3 or $2. And it's called 9 Years of Shadows. So those would be kind of my hidden gems. Oh, and of course, Trails in the Sky, first chapter. That's what I'm going to say. For people that like RPGs, it is one of the best JRPGs out there that people haven't played. And it's like a book series. So the first Trails in the Sky is basically the beginning of the arc. And when you play Cold Steel, Daybreak, you meet family members, you meet children of the previous characters, and it's this whole lore. So if you like the Everborn books, I would highly recommend Trail in the Sky because it's this world that continues to just expand, kind of like Game of Thrones. So that's it.
So as you can see, this is why we're like, hey, whenever you need recommendations, we go to MJ. The man is full of the recommendations, and one is always better than the last.
My backlog is always staring at me.
Yes, but, this is the game he was talking about a few minutes ago. Again, we will put all of that in the show notes. We'll make sure we post all of them so that you can.
Which one is this? With this on screen?
This is 9 Years of Shadows.
9 Years of Shadows. I even own this one. I own 9 Years of Shadows as well.
I have this on Xbox and Steam. I have to get back to this.
Yeah.
That Animal Flux, I hadn't heard of it until you mentioned it though, MJ.
You guys never check the wish list folder that I put thousands of recommendations in there.
Well, that's why we be missing these games because you put so many games in the
This is the best part, right? Just like Everborn tried to reinvent PC, he then comes on the show here and says, "Did you see this game that I just discovered?" I'm like, "What do you mean, sir?"
Oh my! I always give credit where credit is
Christopher
due.
Columbus saga.
Stop it, sir.
We got you.
Christopher Columbus sock. I'm here for it.
You know what it is.
Quality slander.
Guys, I have to go. I just want to say, the gentleman you had on before, great taste. He loves Gojima. Metal Gear's awesome. Metroid Prime, just let you guys know, is okay. We found out why, if you guys want to know why Kay says he has 100 hours in games, because he spends most of the time just using a magnifying glass. Just let you know. But guys, thank you so much. Congrats on 200, and have a great weekend.
Yeah. There you go. The president of Nintendo, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the great MJ Dark. Bruh, you need to calm down. All right. Anyway. So, okay, quickly, I won't belabor the point. We've been talking games this whole time. I'll quickly give you my list. Just real quick. Many of these I've spoken about before on this show, but some bear repeating. And I will also dovetail that into maybe a quick giveaway before and then after that, after I'll let Mr. Slow-Mo Backslap jump in. I know you wanted to get something off before you leave us. So real quick, let me just get this out of the way for this block of our conversation, which is Neon Inferno. It was already talked about. Everborn Saga has already played it. I've played it as well, and I just needed to reiterate and bring it back up because for me, this is a hidden gem that I think everybody should be playing. If you are watching this show, if you like some of the Greybeard stuff we discussed, this is right up your alley. Neon Inferno is about that. It's all about the vibes. It's about like the cool, 80s idea of cyberpunk and the future. So like you're in that 80s like mindset of what the future looks like. And like as you can see on the screen, it uses that style to create its world, to create the engine. It's very, very much Neo Geo-esque, Genesis-esque, old school in its execution, but it's looking towards the future. We've talked about it before. I'll just throw a couple films on the screen here so you can see. Really, really cool. Uses from a gameplay perspective, it uses lots of the old school stuff you remember. You'll remember stuff from like Double Dragons. You'll remember stuff from like Battletoads, TMNT. It borrows lots of gameplay elements from those type of games to basically play homage to it. Really awesome game.
Contra as well, right? I can see Contra. Yeah,
very much Contra on display. Metal Slug in certain parts. Lots of different, cool, interesting styles that are kind of marrying together. And you see the CRT filters and all that. All that can be turned off, right? It's going for that old school aesthetic. Awesome game. Had a wonderful time with it. You can beat this game in like I don't know, like in about 5-6 hours. It's not really that hard. What keeps you there is that it is a little difficult, so that will get you through it. But it's only a few stages, but it's really cool. Really fun time I've had playing this game. So if you haven't checked it out, it is called Neon Inferno. We actually got a chance to interview them, Mr. Everborn Saga. We got a chance to interview them during PAX East this year, and they were really kind enough to provide us codes, and we've been keeping an eye on it ever since. So yeah, really awesome game. If you haven't checked it out, Neon Inferno, really cool. You should play it. Besides that, another one of my games that I've been talking about this year, which it didn't hit the zeitgeist. Most of these little indies don't hit the zeitgeist, but to me, a game deserves credit. If in a vacuum, it does some really magical, interesting things, and I think this game really did that. It may not have gotten too much attention, but I think it deserves at least some recognition. And I am talking about Bionic Bay, a game that really took my attention early this year. Like it's such a crazy physics-based, heady kind of thing. You can tell it's like some nerd who built it, and he's just talking about his descent into, I wouldn't say madness, but maybe it's torture and torment. And it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder, and you're trying to figure out where you are as you go. And they're playing with physics, and they're playing with time travel, and lots of weird little things going on in this tiny game. Plays great on everything.
I know this will be on your list. We saw you get tortured in this on Discord, of course. It's very challenging.
Very challenging, but it's just the ideas on display, bro. It's just wild. So great. This is what I'm in gaming for. Stuff that no one ever thought coming, and you're just like, how did he think of that? Just really cool. So Bionic Bay, if you haven't played it, it's on Steam. It's real cool. I think people who give it a chance would really appreciate it. The third one on my list, another one, and we're all talking about hidden gems and whatnot, but Grim Trials. I don't know if you guys have heard of Grim Trials. I actually mentioned it on this show maybe, I think it was 3 to 4 months ago. I had a chance to play it for some time because the hold on here, gameplay, because the developer gave access for it for us, which was really cool. This is Neon Doctrine is the name of the publisher. So when I went to Germany, they actually I was able to meet with them, and they gave me access to some of the codes and stuff, and I've been playing this for a little bit as well. You guys have been talking about. It's kind of like what you'd expect. This is an early like demo version of it. It's kind of like what you'd expect in. It's like your Hades, like really cool moment to moment. It has a lot of Hades vibes, a lot of Hades feel to it, and I like the story as well. The combat's very solid. as you can see, it's very Hades like as well. This footage here was from the early of the demos. As of right now, that game is so much faster than when this one first came up. But it needs to be played. It's on Steam right now. It's called Grim Trials. It's very, very good, very fun. But I suspect we can all agree that this year a lot of games came out that were really, really, really good, but kind of fell through the cracks a little because it was just too many games, just like way, way, way too many games. The last game that I will talk about, and I will open it up to my team here to discuss this with me. Last game is a game that I spoke about not too long ago called Godbreakers, and I want to bring it up again because I've been playing this by myself and having a great time for a little bit now. I want more people to play this. It's kind of came and it's out there, and they're planning new stuff for the game. So I want more people to jump in and hopefully like get more into it, because I find that the game is fun, like really fun. I've been playing by myself, but it's even more fun when you're playing it in more of a co-op context. Mr. Umbra, you will probably contend, just like you're right now playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion and a few other games that we're playing. You know, that second and third player with you always seems to make a bigger difference. And I think specifically for Godbreakers, it's very much the same. Let me show you some of the footage here. I don't know if you guys did you guys ever see this game? I'm pretty sure I showed this to you guys.
I recall you talking about it. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to jump in it though.
It looks like it has a very beat 'em up style, but from a gameplay perspective, it looks like they're going for almost a Destiny-like thing, where it's like, you know, co-op to it's a PvE kind of a game. You have a beginning, middle, and end. Still adding more stuff to it. They're adding more gameplay to it. They're adding more classes to it. I hear they're moving into what you would call seasonal content at this point. You know, and my fear when I first saw this game was that it's really good and it's coming out at a time where there's just so many other games that it may get lost in the sauce. And I feel like that may have happened a little bit here. So I thought I'd mention it once again and have people like remind you, put it on your list. I think it's a real good game. Full disclosure, I got to meet the developer in Germany. Got to chat with them a bit. They gave me access to playing a bit of it early on, so I was really appreciative of that. The lead artist by the name of Andre, really good dude from a developing studio called In the Sky. I think they were called In the Sky. Yeah, In the Sky, which is the development team. They I should let you know, To the Sky, apologies, To the Sky, the development team. I should let you know, this is the game where when I said I was having episode 200 and I was chatting with them, I was given access to 3 PS5 codes as well as 3 Steam codes for Godbreakers. So if you have a chance to, we will at some point before the show ends, I will do a giveaway. And if you have a PS5, you have access to 3 codes there. You have access to Steam or your Xbox handheld or any of those Steam capable devices. We have access to it as well there as well. So thank you to the dev team at To the Sky and Andre. He remembered that we had a chat and when Aaron was chatting with him, he decided to pass on some codes. So if you haven't had a chance to yet, check out Godbreakers. But maybe later on in the show, you might win some codes for Godbreakers as well. So that is what I have been playing. Let us move swiftly on. Let's see. So, all right, we've been talking about the games we've been playing and whatnot, but I think Everborn, you wanted to also chat. You wanted to bring up the big conversation, the new conversation that it looks like WB has been bought by Netflix, and what its ramifications are in that realm, sir. The floor is yours if you want to kick the ball off on that one.
Okay, so lots to discuss here. There has been an ongoing saga and a storied past of Warner Brothers being sold off, merged, and then sold off again, all while carrying debt for the last 20 years. Starting with AOL, Time Warner, going to AT&T, from AT&T, merger with Discovery, where they had to take more debt than the market cap of Discovery to do that, and now they are
separating Discovery. This is another thing, and the deal will not happen until Discovery is separated, which is going to take 9 months. But there has been a recent bidding war involving the likes of Paramount, Universal. Sony always dips their toe in, like they're flirting, and then say, no, we don't want to buy anything.
You notice how Microsoft wasn't even talked about in this conversation at this time?
Nor should they have been. And the elephant in the room, Netflix. Now they were bidding back and forth, and Paramount, who is sort of trying to emerge as a power player here in the film space, wanted to get WB so that they could stand next to the likes of Disney and Universal. But Paramount was just acquired recently by a company that I don't know if it's Skydance or something like that, but like backed by David Ellison, brother to Larry Ellison of the famous or infamous Ellison family.
Also, by the way, the same backer of Annapurna Games, for those who don't know.
But it turns out Netflix had the winning bid of something to the tune of $82 billion, and obviously the debt will carry forward that Discovery was holding, and Netflix only wants HBO and the studios and HBO Max, and they're offering the $83 billion for that. And I believe that that works out to like $30 a share. But I believe that Paramount wanted the legacy TV stuff as well for the price that they offered. And now Paramount had some sour grapes, and they were complaining about the board favoring Netflix offers over theirs. And I saw something, and I don't know how true it is, but Paramount is now trying to attempt a hostile bid because they want to talk to the shareholders and say that our $30 a share is more valuable than Netflix's $30 a share. Wow. Or sorry, maybe Netflix offered $27 a share, but now Paramount wants to offer $30 a share. It's a weird thing. So all of this drama is going on before we even get to, will this thing even get approved? Now, I am old enough to remember. I won't even go to ABK Microsoft, right? Because that was a similar sized acquisition. And again, we're in the gaming here, so we paid attention to that very closely. But do you remember the Disney Fox acquisition?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that's
also
what started
took place under this administration, not this administration, but the same people who were running this administration.
Previous. Yes.
And so it's a very similar thing. And a lot of people wondered how the hell was Disney able to acquire Fox? I don't know if Netflix is going to be able to squeeze this one through. Right?
You don't think so?
And again, not because of the US, not even because of the CMA, because the CMA is kind of like a shell now, or at least there's a new guard there that seems to be more friendly towards these kinds of things.
You think the EU will stop it?
The EU is the final boss here. Funny enough, but the EU did approve Disney Fox, and they did approve Activision, Microsoft.
Yes, they did.
So
what makes you think that this will be a bridge too far?
So the thing is, everyone in the film industry is already deathly afraid of Netflix. Netflix poses the largest threat to this establishment and status quo of of traditional theatrical companies. And if they were able to take their content production pipeline, right? Because it is a factory of content that they produce there, right? And you mix that with the
IPs that are only rivaled by Disney, right? We are talking, Disney has Marvel, these guys have DC. Disney has Mickey Mouse, these guys have Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, right? Disney has Pixar, these guys, I don't know what their animation studio is, but like they've got Harry Potter, they've got The Matrix, if they can bring that back successfully, right? They've got I don't know if they still have Lord of the Rings, but they do have Game of Thrones, right? And a bunch of IP
I think
goes.
they still have Lord of the Rings. I think they still have that.
Yeah, in the movie context, they still do. Yeah.
Right. So again, there's literally no one that could rival this level of IPs. And if you mix that with Netflix's content delivery and all the money that they can throw at this thing, I think that poses an existential threat to theaters, because if you mix Netflix's content with HBO's high quality stuff, and even if the price goes up, right? Because right now I pay almost $30 for Netflix and I pay whatever I pay for HBO Max. If your Netflix price goes up and they have Game of Thrones and Harry Potter and all of this stuff, the first thing you're going to think is, do I need Disney Plus?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, streaming is already putting pressure on the traditional theatrical model. But what is able to keep the traditional theatrical model afloat is because they have the quality of content. But you know who has that quality? Warner Brothers, right? The one of the biggest genre films that came out in recent history was what? Dune, also Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no.
And so if you mix that with something that has a shorter theatrical window, it only weakens for everyone the idea of people going to the theater. Because right now we're trained different, right? Think about when a Marvel movie comes out, and this is regardless of the quality. Think about any genre. We come from a generation of, we just go to the movies every week. We don't even know what's coming out. We just gonna go and see what it is when we get there. That's what we grew up with. That's what we know. Post-pandemic, people started being real cautious about, do I really need to go see this in the theater? Right? And if you now have shorter than 45-day windows, and you have the quality stuff and legacy IP from Netflix, a lot of people are going to start to think, I don't know if I need to go to the theater. So they're threatened in that way. And I know that Universal, which I don't know where they were going to get the money from, they had their hat in the ring, but then they were out like they always are, right? Universal could have mixed WB with their amusement parks because they're the ones who have that. And then Paramount could have become a major player if you mix what they had with Warner Brothers. So I understand why they wanted it. I just don't know if this is going to be good for the quality of content. I'm not saying Netflix doesn't have good quality.
It's going to be impossible for you to tell if it's going to or not, because Netflix is if you look at the history of the company, they are very schizophrenic. Like, they will spend a ton of money on an initiative and then do an about face like 6 months to a year later on that. And that's I'm even seeing some of that double-minded speak now with Netflix's CEO and other people of Netflix in regards to this acquisition. When people brought up, hey, you guys don't really do much on the in theater releases. There was a quote about, hey, there was a time period where everyone cared about that kind of experience. We think that time period's over, and people were like, what? And then now there's other quotes out there about how they feel like they're going to make sure they're going to revitalize the theater industry. They're going to make sure that the releases that Warner Brothers is doing in the theaters are top notch and is the best level of quality. It's just like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Because you seem to be contradicting yourselves. It's very difficult to figure out what exactly they're going to do with it. Now, use an example when it comes to gaming. Netflix with gaming has been very odd because you can't tell what their focus is because they keep going back and forth. Now, remember original Telltale. Original Telltale went down because they had a contract with Netflix to do a Stranger Things Telltale game. It was the only contract they had at that time. It was the only thing keeping them afloat. Netflix at the time was going out and they were working with third-party developers to license their own IP, like Stranger Things. They changed their mind, not because the Stranger Things game by Telltale was doing poorly or looked like it was doing poorly. They decided they wanted to own the studios that made their games, and they weren't going to buy Telltale, so they canceled the game, but shut Telltale down, and then they started acquiring studios. I think a lot of us may remember Telltale buying up all these little smaller indie developers. They bought like Night School Studio, who did Oxenfree. They bought a bunch of mobile developers that worked in Apple Arcade. They did all this, and then they changed their mind again. I mean, they even acquired created a studio that was going to make a AAA game and had the guy from Halo. I can't remember his name. Yeah, Joseph Staten. Joe Staten was directing it, and then changed their mind again. Hey, even though we've acquired all these studios, we spent all this money. They're making a dozen first-party games for Netflix. We only released like one or two. No, we're not going to do this anymore. Shut the studios down. Cancel games. Joe Staten is now, I don't know what the heck Joe Staten is now. Now they're going back to their original strategy. Their original strategy of getting third-party developers to and licensing out their IP. They're now doing another strange. There's a game. Is it? I can't remember who's doing it, but they're basically doing it. The Stranger Things game that Telltale was originally doing. It's just, with Don't Nod. They're working with Don't Nod now, who did Life is Strange. They're now doing a game for them, and it's just like, why did you flip flop? Your games could have been out before if you didn't keep changing your mind. And I think that's essential Netflix, like how they keep coming out with high quality TV shows that get one season and then they get canceled. Why they get canceled? It just didn't fit our algorithm. What?
Just so you know, Joe Staten, as of October 2024, has transitioned to a new role and he's no longer associated with Netflix. But continue.
So let me just speak to a little bit of the things you said, Slow-Mo, there. So one thing I will say to you is the same thing I said during the Microsoft ABK acquisition, which is don't listen to anything anybody says while it's $80 billion on the line, because they're going to say whatever they need to get that deal done. You really don't know what they're going to do until after it's closed. So that's thing one. Thing two is everything you said rings true for their gaming aspirations. But again, that only tells me that WB Games is kind of cooked, right? No matter how this goes and no matter who gets them, I just think whoever buys WB is going to say it's cheaper for them to license out the game, get these Spider-Man type deals, and let the risk be on the actual game developers instead of keeping these people on staff. It takes 7 years to make a game, right? So I don't have high hopes. I do think that NetherRealm could survive on its own, but that's the only studio in WB that I think can. Now the next thing is
I do think that just real quick, that Hogwarts Legacy 2 game will definitely come out because the first game did so well.
Printed money.
It was the most highest sold game the year it came out, was like 2023, I think. So yeah, like that's guaranteed.
No acknowledgement at the Game Awards, but we could talk about that again.
You know why? You know why? But like I think they're going to lean into what we see other publishers doing, which is What's our biggest IPs? Let's double down on that. We're not really caring about the smaller stuff. And if anything, if we keep eating these other studios around, they're going to be support studios for that big IP, or they're going to be doing spinoffs of that big IP. And I can see them going in that direction.
That's still more expensive than just letting somebody else do it. Look how much money from the leak we saw that Disney gets from these Spider-Man stuff. What percent? Forget about the amount, but the percentage. It's almost like why not let them pay for it and then whatever. But anyway, but now the next thing is what I will say. As much smoke as we want to give them for the hit or miss stuff that they do, Netflix has so much content that if you took out all of the mid and bad stuff, they would still have the most high quality content of any streaming service, right? It's just so much of it that it gives the impression that they don't really care about quality. And there are so many legacy filmmakers and actors that could not get passion projects greenlit, and Netflix just didn't care because they wanted the name and it's like make what you want.
But don't not caring is different than like they just allow stuff to get approved. Like it's just almost anything gets approved. We know someone. I know a friend of mine, Ramon Terrell, is an actor. Ramon Terrell was in a Netflix TV show. He didn't even remember he did it. It was, but such a bland role with a bland TV show.
Why are you putting your friend out there like that, bro? Now you ain't never gonna get another Netflix show. Calm down.
Well, I mean, he's probably in 20 right now. But look, I was laying in bed with my wife. We weren't doing nothing, but I was laying in bed. She's watching the show, right? And I'm like, I got my eyes closed, and I hear Ramon's voice, and I'm like, the heck? What? Oh, I can open my eyes and I'm like, oh, I know that guy. And I'm telling him, like, yeah, I know that guy. We talk games. He jumps on the podcast. We have.
Wait, let me get this straight. You're lying in bed. You're laying in bed and you heard.
Oh my God.
And,
hold on. He's laying in bed with his wife and his eyes closed.
Right.
All he hears is
heard his man. Ramon's voice.
Look, my wife likes to watch, I would say, a lot of trash content. I don't care.
Did he do it or didn't he?
Oh no! Now, basically, what I'm hearing. Now, what I'm hearing is Ramon Terrell makes trash content. What are you doing, sir?
Me and Forte have a nickname for Ramon. We call him Trevor Birdsong, which is basically a made-up name from like a Hallmark movie, because he's been in so many Hallmark Channel like made for TV movies that are cheesy, and it's just like, hey, the brother comes back in town, and the soccer mom realizes wants to get her groove back, kind of nonsense, right? So we call Trevor Birdsong. He gets it. We always laugh about it. He said the show sucks. He said it. He was like, yeah, I forgot I even did that show. And I'm like, that's fine. But like I just said that, she was watching the show. I heard his voice. I was like, wait a minute. I know that guy. But like my point here is that they throw a lot of stuff at the wall, and they have admitted they have this algorithm, whereas essentially they don't really care about big views on something. They care about repeat viewers. They care. So think about the fact that
all they care about is keeping you subscribed. If they have something that will get you to not cancel your subscription that month
and to rewatch it over and over again. So like, how like you could go buy a box. Like I literally just bought Buffy the Vampire Slayer's complete series on Apple TV for like $20 some, like over Black Friday, like stuff like that. Now, you don't really get that with Netflix. If you want to go see Stranger Things, you need, go back to Netflix and rewatch it on Netflix. That's what they care about. They care about the repeat viewer. You may have watched the season and you said, okay, that was dope. I'm waiting for the next season. But for them, that's not good, because they don't want you to wait for the next season, because to them that feels like you're going to unsubscribe, and when the second season comes out you're going to resubscribe for that. That's not the kind of content they want. They want you to say, oh man, I gotta watch that again, the same way you would if you actually bought the Blu-ray, or you bought the DVDs back in the day, or the VHS from even way back. That's what they want. And so when these shows don't get repeat, like when I say repeat viewers, it's the same account that watches it multiple times, they cancel it. There's the show, trashy nonsense
sharing
show.
Their
They
accounts
got
with their families.
right. It really is, but they don't really realize that. But like, this is a show. It's a bunch of like pretty actors, and it's like a WBCW thing, and they can't act for nothing. One of the girls in there has blown up though. She's in everything. It takes place on like an island, a bunch of rich people. I can't remember. It's like a treasure hunt thing. Somebody in the chat probably knows what I'm talking about. They got a show like that, right? On Netflix. It sucks. The acting sucks. The story writing is awful. They're on like their 5th season.
Ridiculous.
4th or 5th season.
Ridiculous.
And it's all because people are rewatching it over and over again because the actors are pretty. That's it.
But again, I mean, for them, that's a success. But what I'm saying is, imagine their content delivery ability mixed with the quality of HBO. And that is again, to actually have those
they're at odds, because what HBO does is not like the focus on how HBO gets that end product. It's not what Netflix does. Like they have two different like processes. So like which one will win out? Yeah, which one win out? Is it going to be HBO or is it going to be Netflix?
Well, this is the thing.
I hope it's
if they
HBO
keep
wins
them,
out, but the worry is,
I don't know if it's about winning out so much as it is, are they telling the truth about like keeping HBO siloed and actually wanting to jump into the theatrical business, right? So if you continue to keep HBO where it is, what it is, and don't try to erase that brand and fold it in and just take the parts of these are the IPs you own and we want those shows. Like, okay, so that is then what you're talking about would be apt. But if you say, all right, now we have theatrical, because right now when Netflix gets a movie, it's because they're buying it. Right? They go and they bid like everybody else, but they have the most money. So people make the movie or the TV show, they pitch it if it's not made yet. But with the movies, a lot of the times they're buying finished products, right? So what they have now is Warner Brothers can now make movies for them directly, right? And so they'd want to keep that whole thing intact because now they got people actually making the movies for them, theatrical stuff, right? And then on the HBO side, that prestige content can get people in the door, and all of the Netflix slop can keep them there in between the HBO quality stuff. This is in a perfect, this is like perfect world of what a good integration would look like, but we don't know that they're going to do that.
I found the name of the show.
That's the good point right there. What is it?
The name of the show is called The Outer Banks.
The Outer Banks.
It's trash.
I've heard of that.
That sounds like AI made that name. Hey, Hollywood Rules. I put the link to that thing in the chat. I'll put it in again since I see you here.
I mean, the Outer Banks is a place where rich people will vacation and poor people live there, year round. But like they made a show around that with actors that are just pretty but can't act worth a damn. One of them is Madeline Klein, who's like blown up now. But like this show has got like 4 seasons. 50 episodes. They're doing a 5th season. I don't know why, but that kind of show would get 1 season on HBO, if that, and then it gets canceled.
So what you all say then that the positive, if they use it right, is that obviously they get prestige, as you pointed out, they get pedigree and know-how, and they get quality with HBO. But the problem is obviously the cost. Now, what's going to be the cost?
I think they gotta leave HBO alone though. They gotta let HBO do HBO.
This is the thing, right? And by the way, VG Fight School, shout out to VG Fight
Yes,
School.
sir. Shout out to
By the way,
VG.
VG Fight School on my YouTube wrap up was my #1 viewed channel this year, believe it or not. But that's also because he puts out 6 videos a day. So numbers wise.
Right.
But he says these shows are geared towards female audiences. That's why you can't understand it slow mo. That's why it's trash. to you.
Yep, absolutely.
No, it's trash because it's trash. Look, even my wife acknowledges this is trash. But I just
watching it though, ain't she? But she watching it though, right?
But that's the point, though. They acknowledge it's trash, and then they watch
it. Judah Ross is a great question to check. Do you think we get a Mayor of Easttown with Netflix? Absolutely not. Mayor of Easttown, great show, fantastic. 1 season. Intended to be 1 season, and then they move on, and that's the kind of stuff.
Do we get a Watchmen season 1 on Netflix? Probably not.
Well, first of all, we would get that on Netflix because Netflix greenlight stuff all the time. They give you sequels if it's successful, but they'll greenlight anything. So let's not say they wouldn't greenlight somebody. Like I don't even think there's a person that greenlights this shit. There's like, listen, we're spending $3 billion on content this year.
So automatic bot. It's automatic bot that just goes, you have been approved. As soon as I just submitted it 5 seconds ago, you've been approved.
This is why some things on Netflix are some things on Netflix are amazing, and some things are okay. This is meant to be watched while I'm scrolling something else, right? The thing about HBO, why I think it could still survive there. And again, I don't think this deal is going to go through. So I'm just trying to be objective about it, but I don't think regulators are going to let this pass. But Netflix don't care about the budget, right? We just said they'll greenlight anything. So if HBO needs money to do a $25 million episodes of Dunk and Egg, Game of Thrones or whatever, they'll give it to them. They don't care. Look how much they spent, like $300 million making the Electric State. Right? They spent $200 million so Martin Scorsese could hang out with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and do the worst de-aging tech I've ever seen in Hollywood. Just so that they still look old.
Come on.
That was a great movie, by the way. The Irishman was
like
fantastic.
Oscar worthy. Yeah, you can't slander that.
Yeah, that don't make the CG not terrible. And they should have just listen. Do you spend $200 million on that, or do you just hire young people to do the flashback scene?
To do the flashback,
yeah. Come on, just hire someone young, and then make sure you have in the dialogue that you know who this character is.
Exactly. I could have cut $150 million off that budget if you would have just hired.
That's
2 young
more money
actors.
than sense, right? More money than sense.
Okay.
So the point is, I think
a
HBO
question
gets
for all
the
you
budget
guys.
to keep doing what they're doing.
A question for all you guys: do they shut down? I understand they got contracts with cable companies that for the HBO and they probably would keep that. But do you think they shut down the app HBO Max and just integrate slowly? They ain't gonna do it as soon
currently
as
they
it's
say those things are gonna stay in place. That's what they say right now.
I mean, but that's what Disney said. Hulu.
Yeah,
but then 2 years later, Hulu's getting shut down, and Hulu's already been integrated into Disney Plus. So that's what I'm saying. Eventually, does HBO Max shut down?
Yes,
and then you just get like slices of what HBO Max was as like you just kind of like a Disney Plus. You just click on Marvel, and now you get all the Marvel stuff there,
they'll put a piece of HBO inside Netflix. And to be honest, as a guy who has not subscribed to Netflix for about 2-3 years now, and by the way, I was a huge subscriber of Netflix for a long ass time. If they do this, provided that the price doesn't go too ridiculous, I might resubscribe because HBO has always been quality, right? As Everborn is saying, they're not even going to do away with the name because they tried that and it went nowhere to the point where they had to bring the name back.
God. Just
right, the one to watch for HBO. Like, y'all remember this? Hilarious.
That brand is too powerful. So while they may get folded in, I think it's the same thinking on why Microsoft keeps the Activision and or Bethesda names around, right? Even though you're folded in, that name has value, and I do think that they, but I do think they'll silo it out and allow people to still only subscribe to HBO if they want for a lesser price. But I think it'll be like an add-on. So you know how Netflix has tiers now? If you want the tier with HBO, that's an extra $10 a month, which is what you would have been paying anyway.
But I bet that when the dust settles, absolutely the victim of all this will be the HBO Max service.
100%. I would argue, by the way, that what they'll do once they do condense them is maybe make a tier system, like you said. I said that the other day, and it will put it as HBO originals that you'll find section off inside of their.
Yep.
You want to watch The Wire? Here you go.
There you go.
But I don't really see an issue with that, right? I like the way Disney Plus siloed off Hulu, so I can have my Hulu experience within the Disney Plus app. I don't think that that's a bad thing, especially if they give you an option to only subscribe to that if you don't want Netflix. I agree. If you want HBO.
See, I don't that's not give you that option. I think it's. I think they hide it behind the Netflix gate. And if you want the HBO, you got to get through the Netflix gate. But
there's still many tiers, right? There's many tiers to Netflix. So if there's a tier with HBO, then
is there a tier currently of Netflix that gates off content? I thought it was always
there's no tier that gates off
like level of fidelity or whatever, right? But this would be the first if they did that.
Yeah. But I mean, but it could be just a category. Like, let's say you go onto your Netflix app, and then on the side where they have like My List. And then they'll have like, new releases coming up or previews. Instead, now they're going to start having, hey, here's HBO originals. Here is DC Universe, because they got all the DC animated as well as live action movies and TV shows in there. So now here's the DC stuff. Here's, like now they start silo that stuff off, kind of split out. Here's the Netflix original content that we created. Yeah. And when you have that much, you kind of need to do that in order to help people navigate to what they're looking for. Because I know people who basically just go with the search and just type it. They ain't got enough mental bandwidth to do that before they lose attention and just go do something else. So just having a tab to get to where they're going is going to actually get them to stay engaged and watching your platform. It's sad but true.
Well, I got a question, right? Real quick. Because again, I'm sure we're going to be talking about this for the next 2 years, because that's how long it's going to take is to ultimately get denied and Netflix have to walk away. I'm calling it now. So I don't feel one way or the other about it. I'm just trying to call balls and strikes.
I don't think it's a bad thing. That's all. I mean, like that integration.
I don't know if it's a good thing either. It's just
I'm not sure either. It's a thing
that's happening. So the other thing is the entire industry is going to come out against this thing, and Christopher Nolan is already leading the charge against this. So is James Cameron, because these are theater guys and they hate streaming, right?
I believe SAG already came out against it as well.
Yeah, because Netflix don't like paying people.
Those guys' egos are so massive, but they don't understand that they are literally like the man that stands on the beach is trying to block a tsunami. Like, you're not stopping. Like their whole, you guys don't want to go to theaters no more. You just want to watch movies on digital. Doesn't even look as good. Doesn't even sound as good. No one cares, bro.
Yeah, and these are people who have home these are people who have literal theaters in their homes. Talking about you don't want to go out to the theater.
Exactly.
Talking all that ish,
they're only saying that because they got contracts with these companies where they get percentages off the gate. So they want you to go to the theater because it makes them more money. That's the only reason. They're pretending that everything has changed. The woe is us.
That is the reason why when you go to the theater now, you get ads about a movie starts talking about Hurt feels good in a place like this. They need their money. They need their
also
Hurt feels real good on your couch as well, but they don't get as much of their money.
A great example of it is what happened with Scarlett Johansson. with that Black Widow movie. So when Disney first tried to start to put everything in digital and launch on digital first, they Scarlett Johansson sued them because she felt like she was getting shortchanged on her contract for Black Widow, trash movie.
So basically,
she was expecting a percentage off the gate. Go ahead.
There was an already negotiated contract with VIGs and everything else created in the standard paradigm, right? But the moment that Disney decided to move it to streaming, now none of that has already been established in the streaming paradigm. Well, so you as the owner have lost a lot of that because now people can just watch.
But the thing is, the WB did the same thing. Remember that 1 year during the pandemic where WB said all of our stuff is going straight to digital this year,
the Matrix or whatever. That caused Christopher Nolan to leave Warner Brothers. Remember, he worked for Warner Brothers up until that point, and because Tenet, and they gave him what he wanted with Tenet. Tenet was the only one that got to have the full theatrical run during the pandemic, and he still left and went to Universal for his next movie to do Oppenheimer. But the thing I do want to say is that what people forget with Black Widow and Scarlett Johansson is that Disney had changed CEOs at that time from Bob Iger to Bob Chapek. Bob Chapek literally changed the terms of Scarlett Johansson's contract without her knowing anything. So she was supposed to say, my deal is this, I get this percentage of the box office. And then they were like, yeah, we're not releasing that in the box office, and didn't say a word to her. And and Bob Chapek was only CEO of Disney for about 2 years because he pissed off all of the talent that they had by doing like that.
I mean,
brought back the old CEO as a result.
Right. I just brought it up because that's why you see these people speaking on the theater experience, because it's a lot of the contracts are still set up that way, where like if it does great in the theater, like I may have got paid X amount of dollars to do this project, but now I'm getting paid even more because it was successful in the box office, and they want people to go there, even though it is inconvenient for you, even though the experience really ain't that much better. And I could just pause this and go take a leak if I want to. Instead, if I gotta take a leak, I need to hold that thing because I'm gonna miss out on something that's going on in the movie. By the time I come back, I don't know what's happening.
Or you don't gotta bring your crying ass loud baby screaming while other people trying to watch the movie. I hate those
while they're still like pushing you to go back to the quote unquote traditional experience, they are still hedging their bets by also making sure that if you don't go back to that traditional experience, they got you there as well, right? So they will stand with quote unquote Scarlett Johansson and say, yeah, go back to the movie theater experience. But even if you choose not to, they get their money because you don't get it from their service. They don't care about Scarlett Johansson's wallet, you know.
I think the reality
like movies now are coming to digital in like a month now. It's like it's not even that big of a delay.
It's 45 days or less. And Universal is the number one people at doing this. If you're not doing well at the box office, you'll be on digital in 2 weeks. But
I've seen that.
No, because some movies is not worth me getting up and going, but I will go get it on digital, right? And the thing that I will say is I'm not cheering on the death of theaters because that communal experience is powerful, and you know I was shaped on that experience, right? And there's nothing like when MCU was at its height and you would go to the theater and everybody's there and you're there with the fans and things like that at 12 o'clock midnight, whatever. So I'm not saying I want that to go away, but we must acknowledge that we are living in a world that fewer and fewer directors are James Cameron or Christopher Nolan, where they could get people to actually come to the theater, right? And in that world, how long do you prop this thing up? Because you're really only doing it in service of a handful of directors and IPs that are getting people to come out. You know what I mean? And what is the answer based on the reality that we actually live in?
Funny, man. It's like gaming, right? It's like the ground is changing beneath the feet, and you got to decide whether you want to continue to fight for the status quo or go with it. That's literally the same thing going on.
You hear that? That's the sound of inevitability, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
That Matrix quote. I see you. I see you.
That's right. That's right. Before we move on,
we got a whole full episode of On the Reel right here. I just want to point that
absolutely,
out. But
absolutely.
hey,
Real quick, I want to read some super chats, and I have one final gaming question before we get out of here. But let me read the super chats real quick, and let's catch up with that because there's been a lot of great people in our community wanting to show some love, which we appreciate. Let's see here. So FarQ, the weird one, I'll call you the weird one because he's got y'all need to see the thing in the memes chat. Very weird, very weird. Thank you, FarQ, for being a member. Appreciate you, sir. And of course, the great Pixelbit G, who was also here with $5 super chat. He says, appreciate the convo and the show with you gents over the last 2 years. More to y'all and GCP community. That's not cap.
4 years, Pixel. 4 years.
That's right. We've been here for a minute. We've been here for a minute. Now we ain't going nowhere.
As we get older, the years fly by because it definitely didn't feel like 4 years to be either.
I know, right? Like out of nowhere, it just kind of showed up. Legendary Yobi, $20 super chat. He says, peace, love, life to GCP. Don K. Asante, Don Everborn Saga. Gentlemen, we've made it this far. Let's make it to 300. Damn. That seems like a long time from now. I'm extremely proud. And we all keep coming because you offer us things that we cannot turn down. Hashtag legends. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Great member of the community. Always.
I was gonna say that's what she said, but then I decided against it, even though I just said it now. But keep going.
The great King Webb with a $2 super chat. He says, "Congrats on 200 on 200 playing the Phantom game." Interesting. Thank you for being here, by the way. Another great member of the community who's been in our discords, in our chats since day one. Like shout out to the great King Webb. Another great member, BT Maverick 707 with $20 super chat. He says, congratulations guys on 200 episodes, on episode 200 rather. The second I heard Kay Asante is going on a TED talk on the podcast, eloquently speaking on the speeds and feeds, running into Everborn in the back room, back room. We will talk about that one later.
Hey, yo.
CMA. Yeah, that's right.
Back room CMA chats. Read the end of the sentence, man.
I had to pregnant pause it real quick.
No, that's not the place to do a pregnant pause.
Sound like they were laying in bed with their eyes closed and they heard each other's voices.
Ready?
Don't project because we just gonna ignore the fact.
Oh man,
forget it.
He said I had to find you guys. Here's to 200.
Yeah, tell me what Ramon Terrell's nickname is again. Slow-mo. What'd you say it was?
Trevor Birdsong.
Trevor Birdsong. People, don't that sound like a porn name?
It really does a little bit.
It's a Hallmark Channel.
It sounds like a name you hear at night in bed with your eyes closed. That's what it sounds like.
Oh man,
Yobi got another super chat. Let's go.
Yes, Yobi with another $5 super chat, and he's providing like great recommendations now. He says Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate, Neon Abyss. Let's see, Batroia, Lost Haven, Whisper Trip, Hardcore Uprising, which I love that game. Hardcore Uprising is really good. The Z Heroes and the West of Dead games to check out. These are all awesome indie hidden gems that you probably have not had in your library. I co-sign. Very, very, very cool. We should build a list like somewhere where everybody can just check out like GCP indies and gems and stuff. We do have similarly a list like
that.
In
the wish list order in the GCP Discord.
We do. Yeah, that is true. But I would like to maybe a Steam, the Steam have like their official lists that they build. I may want to look into that because we always tend to have like really awesome indie recommendations that I think we should build a list for. But anyway, Day Reezy, $10 super chat. He says, congratulations to the Gaming Circle podcast on 200 episodes and many more to come. Much love, great work. Beware of that guy, Infinite Umbra. He's still your girl with the singing voice. Yeah, you know. Lucky for us, many of us are married with children, so y'all can go ahead and try that.
This man, Umbra, it'd be a dozen guys. These guys.
Why you got to set it up like that
in a party chat?
Wait,
this is true because I need everyone to understand the context, and we'll be just having a conversation, and then out of nowhere, Umbra just starts singing Like his next sentence is just like, why? Why was that necessary?
That just
Who are
feels
you
like
serenading, sir?
That's just
He is living in his world. He lives in a musical. So at any moment, at any moment in time, the man must sing his
when
next
you get the
word.
music in your heart, it just comes out like that.
It just
You
comes
know,
out. That's right.
I
That's
just,
right.
and especially if I talk to the ladies, I'm like, baby
here we
girl.
See.
Well, Umbra, there ain't no ladies here right now. I want to know why you're singing.
I even knew I was tempting him to do it. I was like, just by mentioning that he does this all the time, I knew he was going to do that.
Let me buy you a drink. Listen, somebody lady heard that. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
The legendary Yogi grabs another super chat with $2 super chat and says Katana Blade Zero as well, hidden gem. Absolutely. When did Katana Blade Zero come out? 2023, 22?
Something like that. 2022, I want to say. I love Katana Zero.
Great 2D games. One of the greatest. It's fantastic. You should play if you haven't tried it already. The slow motion. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, the great Lucius Augustus, $5 super chat. He says Dell is preparing to implement a 15 to 20% price hike as early as mid-December due to the recent DRAM price increases, with other companies to follow. That is some crazy wildness, man.
First off, don't buy Dell. Don't buy Dell price hike or not. But we are we're for some very, very rough times, unfortunately. Next year is going to be really, really difficult when it comes to hardware and what you're going to have to swallow pause in order to get the same like upgrades or replacing something that gets, like for example, I had a power surge recently. I had to replace 2 monitors.
You roasted your monitor.
Yes, we all had a bad bit of that, didn't we?
Yeah. I think all three of us on this have had similar experiences, except for Everborn Saga. I had one, Umbra had one, and so did you in short succession.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with these power companies, right? But like, I was fortunate this happened near Black Friday, and I was able to get replacement monitors. One of them was actually better than what my previous monitor was, without breaking the bank. But imagine this happens next year. Tinfoil
Kufi.
Okay.
Quite interesting.
Here we go.
That you get the power surge right during the Black Friday sale.
Right during Black Friday, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
some deals is happening. They came to my power company. They slid some money, under the table. Go ahead and surge that thing.
Surge that thing.
And the next thing you know, everybody's equipment is messed up. Mm-hmm.
Right? It happened to Umbra as well. It happened to my machine. Like I've had a power supply go out on me the last 2 weeks, and so did Umbra. Kind of crazy. Just saying.
It's very crazy.
Get your surge protectors. Get your ups. Connect them to your most sensitive stuff, please, and get surge protectors that have a high, what do they call it, joules? Is it joules? Whatever you want to call it. A high capacity for that, because mine was like 3,000, and apparently I needed more. So now I got one that's like 5,000.
I got 1,000 volt, 1,000 watt rather battery supply power supply. So I want to get 1,500 joules.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. DJ Berto _DOS with a $5 super chat. He says, A Quiet Place, the first one, is an amazing experience in the theater. It wouldn't be the same at home. You could hear the pin drops.
Hold on. I actually have a story about seeing Quiet Place in the theater, because I almost cursed some teenagers out because they was in there.
They were talking,
laughing, giggling. Somebody's ruffling around with the popcorn and all of that.
Oh my
talking
God.
to each other. I gotta look back at them like I'm an old white lady and tell them hit them with this, right? And I would have had a much better time watching that at home. So I hear what you're saying.
True,
but teenagers.
It depends on the theater. It depends on the theater.
100% depends on. I went to go see that terrible Halloween movie with the family one time, and these girls were kicking the back of our chair. I'm like, y'all lost your mind? Like, don't you know I was like? My sister actually
get up and hurt somebody.
My sister got up and was like yelling at them, "Excuse me, blah blah blah." They were throwing popcorn at people. Like, it was ridiculous. Now, I didn't have that experience with the MCU. Luckily, MCU movies were like all timers right there, all spectacular.
Well, no, because MCU movies, you in there with fans, and you try to mess up a movie like Endgame.
They will tar and feather you all
the
together.
Whole theater will boot you out of there.
Yeah,
Right.
We will tar and feather you gladly, all of us, absolutely. The great John Wolf, we'll call him the Lieutenant of FAMAS. The Lieutenant's here. Super chat. He says, well. Congrats on 200, GCP fam. Next 200, FAMAS rules. Thank you, sir. Shout out to you, good sir. And then, of course, the great Black Viking. He's here with a $20 super chat. He says, happy 200, gang. Sir, it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. I gotta get you around sometime, man. It's been a minute since we connected. But yes, so before we go, and I have one last topic I want to talk about, but before we do, I also want to mention this because I think this is very cool that they're doing this. Y'all know Aaron, great brother, always joins us. Swedish press. He's been doing some really good work for a while now. He joined us on GCP. He is known as the winner of the debate of debates, if y'all remember. He's also within his organization and within his community. They're doing some really interesting and cool work that I want to mention before the end of this show, because I want more people to check it out, and I hope, if nothing else, you will check it out, because I feel like, if nothing else, they're offering some cool stuff that you might want to check out yourself. What am I talking about? They are doing a stream. I think it's a 144-hour stream, marathon charity stream for a charity called, basically it translates to All Children Have the Right to Education. Really cool, initiative. They're make all the money they make and all the money they earn will go towards that charity. They actually have a live stream right now going on. They're heading towards the end of their live stream, so I'll put that in the chat, and I'll ask that you guys frequent it and check it out if you can. But you know what? Actually, because their stream is in Swedish, right? So maybe it's more difficult for American audiences to check out. What I will though recommend that you do is check out their charity that they have going on right now. I will share my screen and show you exactly what I'm talking about, because that thing is mad cool and it's offering some really interesting stuff for people. If you're a collector, you're that person who likes to collect stuff and all that. As you can see, I'm sharing on the screen right here. I will also put the link for it in the chat. And this is all to charity, right? They have the last few hours of it going on right now, but the link is in the chat right now. And basically, you can win custom or bid on custom pieces that you just can't buy in stores, right? Like, let's say and this is from like a lot of crazy, awesome games that of, games that you've heard of, stuff like Helldivers 2, Planet of Lana, Little Nightmares, Reanimal, like the new Reanimal that's coming out, Battlefield 6, Indiana Jones, just a bunch of stuff, bunch of really cool indies who and proper developers who basically have lent their voices and their cool one of a kind items to this great charity event. So again, I put it in the chat. If you have a chance to go check it out, all the money they earn will be to go to this great charity to allow children to continue to be educated. So I feel like that's an awesome endeavor to go through. They've put themselves in 144 hours of pain doing a stream, and they're also auctioning off some of these really cool stuff, jackets and specially signed stuff from the dev teams, Helldivers 2, and all these other things. So go check them out. Really cool that they're doing that. Everborn, I think one day we should do some charity streams and stuff. I see podcasters doing that, and I always think that's so cool, So they're doing that now. So shout out to them for doing that. I hope some people go in there and they buy some things. So because some of these things look real cool. So there's that. All right. So our final topic of the day, and I think this is a good one for us to end on, and that is, we are gamers here, right? We've been gaming. We've been doing this for a minute. We started talking about it earlier this morning with Boomstick and the rest. But let's talk about it before we get out of here. and I'll start with our panel here. You know, for you, I'm sure all y'all game on various platforms, PC, consoles, and the like. You know, what hardware was successful for you this year, and the games that correspond with it? I know you guys have been playing lots of little cool indies and this and that. You know, we can talk. Like, I know that some of us have more of an authority on, hey, I played on PlayStation this year, I played on Xbox this year, and there are pluses and minuses and all of that. I think they all did relatively interesting this year. You know, there's been a lot of changes and stuff. I think Sony did some interesting work, but they also like we may be quick to give them short shrift because they don't have as many like first parties as they used to or whatever. But I would contend like the PS Portal did interesting work this year. You know, from an initiative innovation perspective, I think it's really cool. I can recommend that piece of hardware this year. I couldn't recommend it last year. This year, based on price and what it's doing now, hey, it's actually pretty cool, right? So there's lots of little cool, interesting things here and there. I'll start with you, Umbra. For you, sir, how was 2025? Like, right, you got new hardware. I know you're full bore into more of the PC waters now, but you know you're also a podcaster. You pay attention to all these platforms, the PlayStations, the Nintendos, the PC waters. How does that look for you?
Yeah, it looked interesting for me this year, man. It's been a crazy thing to transition from console to PC. Now I've been on it now for about a good year now to PC, the transition of that. And
a year and a half, man.
Yeah, probably about a year and a half, but probably more closer to that. Because Everborn, I think you jumped in just about the same time as me, right?
I saw the setup you had, got jealous, and went straight to microphone.
Man, he got a stronger PC. He got a stronger PC than me after that, but mind you. But yeah, it's been interesting, and I feel like I honestly did feel like all the people who were telling me before, like Casual, for instance, Morty, for those that don't know, he was always like, you should get the PC. I hate to say it, but I feel he was right, because now it feels like it's like having an Android. It's so many more possibilities. You know what I mean? And it does feel like this is where I should be. And in that same vein, speaking of Android, I would say the Odin 2 Portal has been the best handheld I've owned so far.
Speak on it, sir. Not too many people know it. Go ahead, man.
I gotta say, now it's not cheap. You know, depending on which one you get. Well, none of them are cheap, to be fair. But I got the highest end one, and it's a beautiful. For one, ergonomically, you want to get this little case, as Everborn called it, the BBL case for this one too. And it's ergonomically just great with that case. And it's got an OLED screen. It's got an all glass front. You can get these replacement thumbs for cheap off of like Etsy. It's honestly exceptional. And you want to do any emulation, go to the max for that K. What's the max for? I got the max. So $499. You want to get
basically the price that the Ally S, the original, the white Ally should have been.
Indeed. And if you want to like make sure to get it as soon as possible, go for the expedited shipment. I didn't do that, and it took a little longer. And the way they have it set up in China, where they're sending it from, it's a bit of work to do. So it takes longer if you don't do that. Just go for the expedited. It'll save you time. You'll get it sooner. But that said, I mean, look at the specs speak for themselves. 120 hertz, OLED screen. It is got the 3D curved touch glass like I was talking about, right? You got the excellent feel of the buttons, the ergonomics feel great, which you can buy off.
What kind of games can you play on this?
Everything. Yes. So I use it for emulation largely. You can emulate up to I have this, well, should I say this? Nintendo might come after me, but the Switch, right?
Yes.
You can get up to the Switch on this thing and play it comfortably. You could probably play not PS3, but maybe Xbox.
No, you can play PS3 on this thing. You can play PS3. I'll actually even say one thing for you, Slow-Mo. You can play PC on this thing. This is basically the one device that people are using via GameHub to do a translation of with FX. So you've seen Steam talking about their Steam frame. They're going to let you play like Steam games but translated. This device let you translate Steam games literally and play them. So I was playing like Silksong on here.
There's
Like
also the
any
advent of
indie
streaming.
games you can play on here. Yeah, and streaming, of course.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, like, if you want to just stream using Moonlight and such, you can do that, or NVIDIA, whatever, stream right to this as well. And like, I stream.
It's quite a paradigm shift. It's quite different. It's quite cool.
It's very,
very cool. Yeah.
And like, I started streaming more. Shout out to Flood, who kind of put the thought in my head. Floodzilla, who was like, "Hey, the Xbox xCloud been working pretty well." Now, I've always had a great experience with xCloud. To be fair, it plays. It almost feels like native. That's how good it feels on this device.
I was told streaming doesn't count though, Umbra, so we can't.
Hey, whoever said it is wrong. I gotta say it is phenomenal. xCloud has improved, I think, over time. Now, to be fair, I'm in Chicago. It may vary where you're at, but it plays phenomenal. There's like the small, such a small input lag that it is not. It's almost indistinguishable from the actual thing. You're not going to really feel it. It's not going to really bother you, is what I should say. And just in thinking about it, you're going straight to the game. You don't have to worry about updates and all this other nonsense. You're getting straight to it streaming.
I mean, depends on the game.
It does,
because you're talking about multiplayer experiences. Ain't no way in HE double hockey sticks. I'm playing any multiplayer experiences in cloud because
that's true.
I don't like to lose.
You know what though, Slow-Mo? Like, that is true for today, but in a future world where they've solved that problem with input lag, you would think that playing a multiplayer game in the cloud is probably more of an ideal than playing it locally, right? Because all of them are in that same cloud. Less travel when everyone is focused on that one system in the same cloud. Ideally, in the future, when they've solved that problem,
you just don't want to be playing against people who are playing local and you are in the cloud. If everybody was in the cloud, that would
true. Exactly. If everyone's dealing with the same latency, then it's a level playing field. When it's not, and you're 5 and 17 in that multiplayer match. The convenience of being in cloud doesn't really hit.
Now, Kay, I want you to save this as a topic for next week. But what I'm fascinated by, when we look at the fact that these mobile platforms are being forced to open up, and we know that new storefronts are coming with this new sort of ARM translation layer that Steam is contributing to. Does Valve release Steam, the store, on mobile?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And bro, that's a topic for another day. I say 2026 you will see like so many weird like ARM-based devices because of this stuff, right? Microsoft is gonna like peel back the layer. You'll see ARM devices from them because they don't need to be beholden to any platform anymore. It's across the board. Your ARM, your x86, wherever you are, they can sell you a game with all of this stuff. Some interesting stuff.
Just imagining using the on snap with like the latest iPhone or Samsung.
Exactly.
Buying a game in the Steam app and playing it right there if it's like, not too crazy.
Yeah, especially if it's like one of these more like smaller independent games.
Hades kind of Hollow Knight or whatever.
I mean, today Silk Song on the Odin 2 portal that Umbra's talking about. Today Silk Song plays at 1080p over 200 frames per second.
Insane.
On that handheld.
And I know it looks gorgeous on that because that game.
And it looks insane. Yes, absolutely.
And just to throw it out there, shout out
tomorrow.
Shout out to MJ. I know he's been also streaming on the Odin 2, like Xbox 360 games, and Xbox because he played Gears 3 and stuff. Like he's been doing that for a while as well. So you got a lot of use cases out of this Odin 2 portal from emulation. I got so many emulated games and such on this thing from all different platforms, from Nintendo all the way up to Sega Genesis. Everything.
Take it easy.
I was about to say, I do not have the Infinite Umbra's address.
You see how shook Nintendo got everybody?
No, don't play.
Authorities, I do not know Umbra's address. Do not ask me for
what I mean by emulation with Nintendo is an image.
You mean the games that you bought?
Nah. Knowing Nintendo, they might go after you for that too. But so Slow-Mo. Let's move on to Slow-Mo here.
That's right. What about you, Slow-Mo? In the year of our Lord 2025, right? Like, so as you know, you play in a different waters than we do sometimes, but what is your thoughts? What are your judgment of 2025, whether it be hardware, software, with all the various platforms you play on? How's gaming looking for you this year?
I'm gonna go in a different direction because y'all know how I am when it comes to performance. Like there's a my floor is some people's ceiling. You know, like I'm not playing in a certain kind of experience. I just refuse. But I'm gonna go to the controller front. I think this year I've always been very interested in controllers, the technology and how they advance. But this year I really got deep into research, doing my own testing, getting the software to test these things. I'm about to start getting the hardware to actually start doing reviews of controllers. And I feel like we're reaching a place now where the gaming community is being more educated on the scams, and I'll call them scams, that these companies have been running on us for years with trash controllers that you threw in the OLED screen, like a 2-inch OLED screen, for what? And you charge $300 for it. Meanwhile, it's got stick drift in 6 months. Take that garbage somewhere else. Now we're getting controllers where it's got TMR sticks, it's got Hall effect triggers, it's got great ergonomics, it's got back buttons by default. And these controllers are like $50, $60. Like they're blowing, you know, the Elite 2.0, which is super outdated, and the DualSense by itself without upgrades out the water. And those controllers are over $100. Or your Turtle Beaches, your Scuffs, they're all out here charging you $200 minimum for a controller that doesn't do any better than what your basic DualSense controller does. That stuff is not flying anymore. People are like, what is this garbage? And now you're starting to see with these companies are being held accountable, and they're coming out with new stuff that's actually putting in the actual work, giving you real performance upgrades and not the fake performance of nonsense with RGB lighting all over the place. Keep your RGB lighting. I want triggers that don't break on me, bumpers that don't break on me after a year, and thumbsticks that don't get stick drift. And you know, and that's the bare minimum of what people are asking for. And I love to see it. And I've been a controller whore this year. I've got I've got quite a few.
Slomo, do we need the controller qualifier?
What's the controller qualifier?
No, forget it. You'll get it later. You'll get it later.
But no, you know what, Slomo, I'll be honest with you. You know, this is great. This is great that you're doing this. Like, so for those who aren't aware, in our Discord, this man will not shut up about the latest and greatest controller and their technology and all the speeds and feeds and how he's testing it and all that. And the one thing we all agree is this we should be more of this on the channel, man. Like, you know, we hope to see Slomo Backslap doing some hardcore reviews on controllers and things this coming up in 2026. That is a great part of that community that I think you could fulfill on that, because you spend way too much time in these waters, man. You should be putting some more content out.
I'm working on setting it up. It's coming soon.
Excellent, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I think
on the other hardware front, I will say I am somewhat surprised with the optimization of some games with the Switch 2. I'll say that.
Okay.
And
okay.
CDPR with the work. In a good way. A lot. It's not a lot of good, but I would say what is possible with the Switch 2 is far greater for Nintendo fans than what they had before. CDPR with Cyberpunk, man, they really like. I think that's like probably the first game that's using a version of DLSS that isn't what you get on PCs like DLSS Lite, but the visual presentation
wasn't bad.
Not bad. Not bad, you know. It could use some frame gen, you know, to kind of help with the performance side of things. But it's not bad at all, you know. And I was surprised that it was as good as it was.
I got respect for y'all playing something like that on Switch too when you have such a high end PC. respect. I don't know how you.
You
do
know MJ's coming from
this man just tried to sell us on cloud gaming and said, I am surprised. At least it runs locally, okay?
I'm just saying, my texture quality still looks okay on the streaming. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, look, I have a Steam Deck OLED. I can't like Cyberpunk on Steam Deck OLED. I won't do it. I'll play through GeForce Now if I'm on Steam Deck OLED instead of playing it locally, because it's just, I either have a trade-off of performance good, but it looks like a hot mess, or it looks okay and the performance sucks. And so, I think that is the bonuses to, I hate to say as a PC gamer, like optimization on consoles, because CDPR put in the work to make sure that Switch 2 version was playable. Not great, but just playable, versus, the kind of, hey, we got a Switch profile. A Steam Deck profile for you for Cyberpunk. There you go. But that profile, as Kay has said, we said this in Discord a few days ago, that profile has risen to make other handhelds like the MSI Claw really run it really well, but the Steam Deck OLED gets left behind, so.
Yeah, it's the Steam Deck profile in name alone, really, because it's kind of lifted up all the others. It is what it is. Good. It's good. It's good. No, but man, look. I think I will say, I too am impressed with what does Switch 2 has offered this year. Right, my slander for Switch has always been, I call them the advocates, because I'm always like, let there be more games, let your developers do more, because the potential is there. Right. My slander for Switch 2 has been, I have not played enough of their games that I think is excellent this year. There hasn't been enough of them, but when they have released them, I've been impressed. I'm playing the Metroid Prime 4. You guys have seen me play it on Discord a few times. It's a decent game. Yeah, I have some problems with some of the textures and this and that, and of course, the president of Nintendo can slander me all day for that if he wants to. But I'm still enjoying the game. What's the problem?
My only issue with the Switch 2 is that we are in the launch year and we did not get a new Zelda or Mario. And that's never happened before.
We got a new Mario Kart.
That don't count.
Cut it out.
It was $80 too. I mean,
no. Mario Kart's great, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in the launch year. We should have got one of those. We've always gotten one of those, but other than that, I got no issues with the Switch 2. I quite like it, and I think I bought like 5 of them, so it's not family members.
Buy a lot. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I gave one to my son. I gave one to my daughter. I gave one to my best man. Like, so it's,
you were handing out Switch 2 like you were Oprah.
And here comes the hater. He says they released Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, Game of the Year contender, the Kirby Air Ride.
I did not hear proper Mario or Zelda. That's this is not really a complaint. We just should have got a Mario or Zelda. That's all I'm saying.
And ladies and gentlemen, because like this show, we've had great guests on this show, both today and throughout its life cycle. The following, I would contend, is one of the greatest, huge influence, one of the greatest to do it on this air. Whenever you have a chance to check it out, the Lord himself, Cognito.
Yo, am I in the circle? Am I in the circle?
What's going on, sir?
Listen, Cog, tell the truth. You came back because Spartacus is back. That's what happened. That's why you here.
House of Ashes ready, baby.
Yes, sir. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Still.
Really? The vibes.
I mean, it's only 12 reviews, but still, that's because it's
right. Is our man Steve? Was it Stephen the Knight, the original?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, he's back.
Spartacus, man. I had to come through. So some love,
one of the greatest shows.
Oh, one of the greatest. What?
Yeah.
What's my man named Batiatus? The actor used to play him. Used to make me laugh.
Yes. I love that. Don't watch that with your kids, though.
Don't watch that with your kids.
Yo,
some of the bars he be spitting.
I'm warning you. No. You don't understand. If you thought the original was a lot of gratuitous TNA and violence, this is worse.
There's dongs everywhere.
You don't understand.
Lucy Lawless in it now.
Oh, Lucy was
You
outside.
do not. You're not ready for what they. Yeah, it's wild.
But nah, salute to y'all, man. I had to come through. Shout out to Mo. You're one of the best mods in the business. He put me on. I actually thought I was gonna miss it because I have a long net meeting. He's like, yo, they still go. I said, yes, I could jump in for 200. But I want to give you your flowers, man. The consistency, and again, just the level of detail of conversations, the nuance in the conversations that when I get a chance to listen to you guys, I really appreciate it. Everborn, you are the homie. You already know. Much love to you. Love what you're doing in the space. And then obviously when you got together with Kay, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Them brothers know how to do it. I love listening to Kay, especially your handheld knowledge and pushing things in tech and stuff like that. Bro, it's always a pleasure to listen to you guys and to be a part of what you guys going on. 200 episodes, that is no small feat. That means you love what you're doing. There's consistency, and that should be celebrated. So I had to show love. That I see Slow-Mo up in here. I see Umber up in here too. Oh, man, I had to show some love. But congratulations, brothers. This is no small feat. Love what you're doing. And you guys are very respected in the space behind the scenes. A lot of people speak very highly of you two brothers. I thought you should know that. Very prominent individuals speak extremely high of you, and I'm very proud to see your growth and everything going on, man. So I had to show some love to the gaming circle, the lords of the gaming circle. What's up,
sir? Every time you're here, I will say it. I say it again. We walk on the shoulders of giants. Seriously, you know, there's no team does it better. And every chance I get to chop it up with you guys in real life, it's always a pleasure. Everborn, it's on you now, sir. There's PAX. There's the. I think ILP is going to Gamescom in 2026. I don't know.
Go to Germany. They try to bust out Xbox for me for us to get there.
Hold on, wait. We got to take a moment because I don't know if a lot of people know about this. Maybe they do. I was very surprised by this. Kay, did you know that the Iron Lords got their own energy drink now? You think I'm playing?
Wait, y'all got your own drink now? Yes. Wolfsbane, baby. I'll go get that Jay in a minute.
Yo, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's my Jay. I'll pull up on it.
Okay.
But shout out to Advanced GG. We do it. It's like a little childhood thing. You know what I'm saying? You always like, yo, it'd be dope if we had that kind of thing, and they put it together.
I don't know nobody.
That is amazing. Like
there's pictures of y'all on the.
Oh yeah.
On
1 second.
Oh, that's amazing.
Listen,
yo,
I don't know.
Like I gotta test this energy drink out. I survive off of coffee energy drinks. So for me, this is
that Wolfsbane, baby.
Oh, look at that. That's amazing.
Got the king over there.
Is that the protein mix right there, Cog?
Yeah. No, this is the caffeine substitute. So basically, it's green tea. So for those who, like I said, who you're not a coffee drinker or whatever, that they don't have that laxative type of effect, this is great. You can also use it as a pre-workout. So yeah, Wolfsbane in store. Go to advance.gg. Get your Iron Lords. You know what I'm saying? Get that taken care of, man. But salute the Advanced GG.
I need a bottle just to have it on display. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's
Shout out to y'all, man. Respect.
I got a question for you.
What's up,
question for you, Cognito? So we out here celebrating 200 episodes for the GCP. Do you think that like when they hit like 300 episodes, when they hit like 400 episodes, will we still not have a Destiny 3 at that point?
I knew this was coming. I knew some type of Destiny live service slander was going to be tucked into this.
Hey, I didn't have to type it this time. I can just say it to you. So I felt it needed to happen.
Listen, man, the player count went up to about 70,000. We're feeling
70,000.
Slight resurgence.
How low we have fallen. We're celebrating 70,000.
Listen, man, it's rough out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying?
I know it is.
Okay, I don't want to pile on, but this is actually a serious question.
So,
will we have a Bungie by episode 400?
Probably not.
That's painful.
If things are tied to Marathon's existence and success, we're in trouble, especially with Arc Raiders outside right now. So the good thing is they settled the lawsuit with Anti-Rail. So she got her bag. Shout out to Sony and Bungie for giving it. She got paid. Oh, but let me tell you what, that bag for her to put out that statement. Contractually, they said, okay, now that we took care of the number that you are comfortable with, you please put out this public statement saying that you are, to your satisfaction, everything has been resolved. When you see that,
right.
That was crazy.
Yep.
Right. But the sad thing is that most people aren't going to see that.
I know.
So there's still when they show Marathon again, the stigma is still there regardless, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hopefully they get her to, make more of a public statement, make it a bit more out on Front Street kind of, unless, it's up to how that situation works.
The vibe I get for her, she's very reserved, because even when her quote unquote complaint was kind of nice, like, hey guys, this is my art, but
she didn't go scorched earth.
Yeah, she could have went on a media run. I think all she did was just talk to Tassie and give him a statement. Yeah. She could have really did them dirty. So respectfully, they probably settle it.
And she literally said, I don't have time or the money to deal with the lawyers around this. So it is what it is.
Good point. Kudos to them for making it right.
Now let's just say, I've said this before. Some people say this to me. They're like, "Oh, you should never change up. You should always be, we'll never see CK Asante or the Gaming Circle podcast take the bag." I'm like, if you hear us talk differently, it means we've taken the bag. Right? We are very susceptible to the bag. But if you see us take this bag, oh boy, them zeros were monstrous. You are very appreciative of us. Seeing her put out that statement, I was like, you sis. That means the zeros you can swim in them zeros, bro.
She's set. Hell yeah.
I was very happy.
I need both my houses paid off if you want me to.
You know what I'm saying? We are people with a price. The price has just got.
You gotta be right. The bag, you put the right number next to the bag. Everything's off.
I was happy to hear that got resolved, and she came out and put that record out, that statement out. That means they're full bore. They're not depreciating that game. That game's coming out. And they had to do what they had to do to make her whole to be able to move that forward. So it's good.
The question is, when in the financials, Everborn, when you see Sony make statements kind of slandering the viability of how much their perceived value with Bungie, I do have concerns. And the fact that this is the new child in the house of PlayStation Studios, who's been causing a lot of problems and not really delivering on deliverables or what they're worth. So I am concerned with them long term with them, and they've already took the Gummy Bears project from them and made that their own. There's a lot going on with them, so I don't know if Bungie's gonna make it.
They're also hedging in those fireside chats, if it's a success and if it comes out at this date. So once you hear stuff like that, but we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping they're able to do it. It's just such a competitive landscape right now that it's and that, because how the internet is. Once you what's the old saying? Once you tag lame, the games follow the leader, right? And it kind of feel like they got the tag on them. So I hope that they can turn that around.
Yeah, same. I just like the rumors that there was talks of a Destiny 3, because that's what we really want. We just wanted them. They took their eye off the ball. They got their eyes too big for all these other projects. And now, we see if we get back focused.
Isn't there a new DLC that was Star Wars focused recently that they were talking?
We tried chasing. We try to catch a wave.
I mean, Star Wars ain't too hot right now either, though.
Whatever's popping and hot, let's incorporate that into our universe somewhat. Yeah, they definitely try.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, some of the thought about if Marathon fails, maybe you guys get a Destiny 3, because if that did happen, I don't think Destiny 3 would be the same kind of experience you got from 1 and 2. If you really kind of think about all this time with Activision, them going independent, and then needing to be bought by Sony, Destiny has provided a quality experience for the majority of its existence on 1 and 2.
But I like what you say.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm getting to the other point. But the other part of it is that financially, I do not think that they have made a lot of revenue, but the expenses have exceeded what they've earned in revenue, and therefore they've always needed a publisher to kind of help mitigate that. And Sony isn't about that kind of energy anymore. So Destiny 3, the way they do content is going to be kind of different than what the Destiny community are expecting. And so if you get a Destiny 3, it might not be so strong on the narrative front. It might not be so strong on the cutscenes and a lot of the additional content or getting into a big massive expansion every year. That probably is not going to happen. It's going to be a different experience that makes it so that they can be able to stay in the black instead of operating in the red and hoping that like something will change or more people will play it. And when you go into your third entry into a series, they're, especially with the way they go about things, their onboarding has been spotty. There's going to be people that are going to be like, yeah, I'm not into Destiny. And without even giving it a shot,
In the competitive landscape, it's also the shipper thesis thing, where it's kind of like, are they even Bungie anymore? Right? Based on the amount of talent that has been laid off and is left. So valid points. Me, I just fight for existence. As long as you live to fight another day, I'm here to support all the foolishness because I don't want you to...
Cog, when Division 3 comes out, I'm gonna invite you over, so you can play a game that actually is being supported, and we could go in the dark zone, we could jack some people.
I mean, our creators kind of doing your dark zone better than y'all.
You
may be worried about them boys over there.
Look, we know how these live service games are. Our players might not even be around by the time Division 3 comes out. We got about a good 2-3 years for Division 3. We'll see if our is still around in 6 months. That's all I'm saying. But still,
some of the division ever have any game of the year aspirations like the Arc Raiders?
Okay. Now we're just diverting into slander. That's what we're doing right now. Calm down.
It's funny. I thought Unreal Umbra was over here trying to get his shader cache compiled, and that's why he was so silent. But I guess he's here now. Okay.
I don't speak your voice too much. I know you guys been going long, but I had to say.
On that note, I think we're done here.
yes, I think we're done. But good, congratulations, boys, on 200, man. Very proud of you, gentlemen. Hopefully, we see you guys maybe in Germany or maybe some Game Fest or something. This year would be kind of dope. You got to get Everborn outside.
This is what we're trying to do, man. That's what we do. So what we have to do.
Everyone building the house.
Everyone building the world, man. You got a whole plan.
He is busy, but Everborn he has taught me, and he's been talking to me, and he's right. Like the ILP, when we need to step outside and have some initiatives, maybe we can get the community to help us out a bit. Get Everborn out there as well. We'll talk about that stuff. We need to get him on. Need to get him on the planes and joining us.
Yes. He working hard though. The brother's working hard.
Yes,
boys,
absolutely.
Congratulations. I got a dip, but I wanted to send some
Thank
love.
you so much, man.
Love y'all brothers, man. For real.
Brother.
Always.
Yes,
Always.
I'll come back when we do the on the real Spartacus recap.
On the
you gonna get up to date, and then we're gonna call you. We're gonna link up. We're gonna make a thing out.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Slow, Umbra. Peace.
Yo.
Later.
Take care, bro.
Thank you so much for being here. That was awesome. The one and only Lord Cognito, one of my favorite podcasts out there. IOP. You watch it every Sunday. Thank you so much for jumping in and
the great Lord Cognito.
I do need to run as well. My kids are looking at me sideways. I might get stabbed if I stay on here much longer.
Let's just close this thing out. I got 2 super chats real quick, and we'll close this thing out. One from Willem LW, which with the $2 super chat. He says, "What's up? I hope all y'all doing well. I hope you're doing well. I love that. I love the Doom mask, man. And that's always cool to see a dude with the Doom helmet wearing it properly. That's fantastic." And then of course Neo Mental, which is Boom's real brother, $2 super chat. He says, "Sir, watch that slander."
That's my fellow Division agent right there. That's right, Neo Mental. To let them know we outside, man. We got games in the pipeline. Go ahead.
So with that, I will also close out the little bit of the giveaway we were doing. I said put 200 in the chat, and you will have the opportunity to win. We had 3 codes for Steam and 3 codes for PS5 for Godbreakers, and we also have one big, huge, monstrous prize pack that, thanks to Dr. Dry Rub, we have. That is all of Devil May Cry, like all of it on Steam, like the whole situation, 1 to 5 with DLCs, the whole thing. So I put it in there, and there's a few people. Now, when I read your name out, you have 24 hours to reach out to me. I will, once you reach out to me, I will tell you what we have available, and then you could just pick what's available. If your favorite's there, it's there. If it's not, unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, here we go. So, of the 5, we have Kiwasanagi, who is a winner in our prize pack. I will put I'll put a banner so everybody's name is scrolled and you know if you won. So Kisanagi's won. We have, let's see, and of course these names are always so fantastic. Give me a second here. Let me put them in here to make it easier on myself. Here, hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. So Kiwasanagi's one. We have Alex F10 is another. You won. We have Pick on Fusion. You're another. You've won. And we also have Gog Lepore 1176. You've won. I'll put the scrolling list at the bottom here before we get out of here. But if you see your name in this list, that means you have won one of our games, whether it be a copy of Godbreaker on PS5 or a copy of Godbreaker on Steam, or if you're lucky enough and it's still available, you've won all of the DMC playlist here, or the discography rather, thanks to the great Dr. Dry Rub. So yeah, thank you guys so much for continuing to rock with us, continuing to always like join us as on these great shows that we do. It takes some time to put it together, but you know, because of all y'all and your continued support and you continuing to rock with us in Discord and in all the various social media networks, we are still very, very much like geared towards getting it done and so excited to put on another show for y'all. So I think we're close to being it. Mr. Everborn Saga, sir. Anything you wish to let the community know of before we get out of here?
I'm just gonna come back to this one more time.
Yes, sir.
Community, this is the latest project we are working on. We are doing if you got a favorite character in the Everborn Saga, let us know. We will make that next. These will be available on the websites and in the Kickstarter, only available through us. These are fully articulated, all of that jazz. But if this is interesting to you, just hit me up. It'll be on the website soon enough. We're trying to just get all the models, but if anybody's interested in these, we will have a lot more very soon.
Yep.
So this
there you
one,
go. There you go. And of course, we were joined, and we have been joined by fantastic content creators, awesome human beings, people who we consider friends that we chat with on a daily, weekly basis. Shout out to the great Boomstick. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Machano. Shout out to all the great people who've been here both today and all the previous days that we have this show. I saw Paris Lily in the chat at some point. Shout out to him. Slow-mo backslap, Infinite Umbra. Gentlemen, you guys are you belong on here. You guys are part and parcel of the GCP experience. Slow-mo, we'll start with you. Thank you so much for being here, for all the times you're able to join us and add all your crazy slander to the show. Tell us if people where to keep up with all your ongoings, both on your personal channels and on DPS.
Again, just wanted to jump in and just appreciate you guys, the success and the longevity you guys have worked towards. It's been a good ride, and I expect a lot more of the kind of content you guys have been delivering, and I hope you guys just keep going. It's a good community you've cultivated, and it's awesome. You can find me on Damage Per Second Podcast and DPS Gaming channel, where me and Gaming Forte basically act a bunch of fools and do a podcast and occasionally stream games, where Forte will stream it poorly and have the audio off half the time and then mess something up, but have a great time doing so. And I do intend to, at some point, I will probably have a stream for Arc Raiders, my first time playing that. So looking forward to doing that soon, as well as some other things in the pipeline. So appreciate you guys, appreciate anyone that may want to, come follow the channel. It's all good. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Play some games, go outside, touch some grass, touch some women, consensually. I was gonna say, go out there, get some social skills, because a lot of people just don't have any. They just they just sit in their house and be mean and miserable online. So like, go outside and see some people face to face and realize that you can't talk to people like that. Be nice to people.
I mean, you could, but then you'll have to deal with the consequences.
Exactly. That's right. And they don't know about that side of life. So yeah, you can't talk to people like that without losing some teeth. And just go out there, be nice to people, and enjoy your life, and then come back home and play some games. You know,
that is the word of the day. Be consensually.
Are you telling people to be nice?
Oh,
yeah.
What Slow-Mo said
like that,
go out. Slow-Mo said, go outside, touch grass, come back home, touch ass, and then go play games. That's what.
Yes. There you go. Thank you, Everborn. That was concisely said.
Umbra, after that one, you're up, sir.
Essentially.
I do want to, mimic that and congratulate you, brother, on 200 and again to 200 more. You all are inspiration, honestly. And I mean, we speak every day. Y'all know how I feel. I don't have to keep blowing your heads up, pause. But congratulations. Congratulations. And I want y'all to keep doing what you do. All love and respect. And as far as myself, everyone knows where to find me. Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite. You'll find me either way on social media. The Fix on Thursdays at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern. And the Xbox Factor with myself, Boom, and Jamie Moran on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock Eastern. So y'all come by and check us out and support us. We would appreciate it. Again, all love to the GCP.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Everborn Saga, that's it, man. We hear you. You like some new wares to be shown. I hope 2026 sees a whole section of the store with lots of really interesting things that you potentially could offer us. I want to talk to you offline about like getting more in depth with the merchant stuff for GCP and the like. Maybe we do a bit more intricate stuff, So yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a good one. So unless you have anything else, I think we're gonna get out of here. We have just so you guys know, we have another show on the 13th, and I think the last show of this year will be on the 20th. After which Everborn Saga will be going on vacation, and we'll all be taking some much needed rest until 2026. So you probably have 2 more episodes of GCP from us the year of in 2025. But I think that's it, man. We had a lot of fun. It's been great. It's been fun. Shout out to all the great people who have both been here on today's episode and on the other awesome episodes that have basically gotten us to 200. Trust me, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. Thank y'all so much once again for being here. And I think that's it. We out. Peace. Thanks for being on it.